Now Shedeur Sanders is undraftable. This Gavin Kuld interview is turning into something else. This interview is going somewhere now. Um, there are clips of this interview online. I'm gonna play some of them. There's some clips on X, formerly known as Twitter, and there is a YouTube personality here called Rico Knows. Now he titled this video, Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders is an immature bully and undraftable. Excuse me. So that's what he said here. He said he's undraftable now because of this whole situation. So this, like I said, now I have a theory on this whole thing. I don't know if somebody put a battery pack in this kid's back to actually come out and say the things that he said. Um, some of the things he said, even though they're only short clips, this is like normal stuff that happens on a football team. You're not going to talk to everybody on a football team. You're just not. You're there to do a job, and you dare to go home. Your job is to play football and play for the team, do your schoolwork, and then that's it. That's your job there. It's not to really, it's nice if you make friends on a team and things like that is nice, right? But every now and then you're not going to be friends with certain people on the team. You're not going to be friends with certain stars on the team. That's just not how the world works. It's just like when you're at your job, you're not there to be friends with anybody. You're there to make an income. You're there to work, and then in return for your time, they pay you for your time and you go home. Now, some people, they like to go there. They're social butterflies. They like to go to their job. And I could tell you firsthand, you don't have any friends on a job. I could just tell you that firsthand, man. You don't. You don't have any friends. Okay. Your friends is outside of the job or outside of the team. Your real friends is your day ones. Usually the team that you play on, those are not your day one homies or your friends or family. Those are your teammates. You come together, you collectively do a job in hopes of winning ball games. That's it. And then you go home. Now, sometimes you do have people on the team, certain people that you are friendly with, and you become friends and things like that. Um, but it's not always the case. So when he said that he had a situation with Shedeur, they had words, and he said Shedeur got what do you call it? He said he took a guarded approach, and I guess he didn't take well to what Gavin was saying, and then he said after that he didn't talk to him at that much at all. It happens. It happens. You have disagreement with your teammates, so you don't talk to them afterwards, but you still come together to win ball games. Uh, I've heard of NFL quarterbacks saying they weren't friendly with the wide receivers, but they came together to win ball games. Um, so it's no different here. Obviously, see, this is what I don't understand. When you when quarterbacks signed up for that team, they knew Shedeur was going to be the starter. They knew that. They knew he was going to be the starter, and everybody else was competing for the backup position or the third string position. I'm talking about the quarterback position for a minute. When Coach Prime came there, he said he already got his quarterback already. He wasn't lying about that. You're not going to beat out his son. That's not happening. It's not happening. He is not going to sit Shedeur for someone else. That's not happening. He has been with Shedeur, and they've been together since he was in Pop Warner, all the way through the high school ranks, Jackson State, Colorado. It's already understood. If you're a quarterback, right? If you're a quarterback, you have to think about this for a second. If you're a quarterback, if I'm a quarterback and I'm trying to look at some prospective schools that I'm thinking I might go to, I may not go to Colorado, especially if I want to start because they already have a starting quarterback there. And it happens to be the coach's son. I'm not going to beat out the coach's son. Like, that doesn't make common sense. And he happens to be good, he happens to be a really good quarterback. So, and also it's the coach's son. I'm not going to beat out the coach's son. And at that point, I'm playing for second string, or I'm playing for the hopes of when Shedeur moves on, I could get that starting role. That would be my mindset. Um, but he said in the interview, he said he doesn't care. He said, take away Shadeur's last name. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Like, take away his last name. Like, he said he doesn't care who he is. Well, you can't go. You shouldn't have went to that team in the first place if you had that mindset already, because you were not going to beat out Shedeur in the quarterback position. You just weren't going to beat him. Right. You want to take that quarterback. Yeah, you're right. Stay woke. You want to take out that quarterback one. You want to be the quarterback one position when Shedeur moves on. But until he moves on, you enjoy the ride in hopes of getting that quarterback two spot. But you can't go into the team thinking that I don't care who he is, I'm just going to compete with him. You just sadly mistaken. That's not how the world works, man. Every company you go to, they got their players already. But if you're exceptional, you will get a nod if you're exceptional. If you're an exceptional quarterback, you would have been quarterback number two. But he said when he got there, he was already told that, this and that, and he was told certain things. So if you were told certain things and you didn't like, you should have left. You shouldn't have wasted so much time. I always say to players, you need to go somewhere and read and really concentrate on, if you want to play, you want to go somewhere where the team is in need of your skill set. And that's where you want to go. See, but Colorado was the big thing smoking. Of course, that's where a lot of people wanted to come. It's attractive, you got all the cameras and the attention is on you. He's a skier, so Colorado is a perfect spot if you like to go snowboarding and stuff like that. He was featured on Well Off Media videos. He was actually featured on Well Off Media videos twice. He was featured twice. And the second time he had recorded some content and Bucky uploaded it. So it wasn't going to be a situation where you're going to be quarterback number one. You weren't not going to compete for the number one position. That's just what it is. And also, if you're a safety, I wouldn't go there either if I want to play, because Shiloh is there. If me and Shiloh play the same position, I'm not going there. I might go there when he leaves, but I'm not going to go there right now because I'm not going to play. There's no way that they're going to sit Shiloh over anybody. There's no way. They're not. That's the coach's son. They're not going to sit him for no reason whatsoever. They're not, unless he's hurt or unless he really messed up somewhere. But they're not going to sit him. So why would you go there knowing that you want to play and you're not going to play? You got to rethink things. You got to look at it for what it is. You know, why cry foul now when you could have been chosen another school? There's plenty of schools out there in the country that might need a 6'5", 220 quarterback. You said Max gonna piss off the cult members. No politics. What do you mean? See, I'm not pissing off the cult members. I'm actually speaking real. The real people that listen to me, they know I'm not a troublemaker. The real people that listen. Hold on, I got a package. Hold on. right. That's not what I was expecting. But yeah. I was expecting my shoes. I didn't get my shoes yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna piss off the Cult members here with this. Like, I'm just being real here about what's going on here. Because this story is starting to grow legs here. And I knew it was. Because now they're painting it that they're painting it, they're calling him undraftable. I think you're saying that I'm pissing off the Cult members because of the title. No, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. I'm about to get into what this gentleman said in a second. He said that Shedeur is undraftable and he's a bully or something he was saying. But what I'm saying is you're not starting over Shedeur. That is the coach's son. There is no way he's going to sit Shedeur for somebody else. There's no way. That is common sense. So if you're going to go there, you have to look at it like this. Okay, well, I could be the quarterback too. I can beat out everybody else and I'll be the second quarterback in charge. And just in case something happened to Shedeur. You got to have that mindset. And then when he leave, I possibly could be quarterback number one. That's how you got to look at it going into CU. They already have a quarterback. You know, that's like going to a team like, okay, I'm going to the Steelers back when Roethlisberger was playing. I don't give a damn I'm beating out Roethlisberger. It's not happening. You're not beating out Roethlisberger, man. We're getting ready to get into it, Luke. We're getting ready to get into Luke the Don, who said he's undraftable. Give me a second. You said he's not even starting over Wade. Let me tell you something, man. Yeah, if he said he moved down to quarterback 5 or whatever, then yeah, it's time to move on if you want to play. But we'll get into the undraftable thing in a second. Give me a second. All right, so let me go to this.
Have a chance to be the backup quarterback, and
not, when you're competing at that position, you have to kind of get along with the quarterback as well. Do you feel like Shedeur mentored you or he helped you in a way, or do you feel that wasn't the case?
Not a second. The second I came in, he told the coaching staff that I would never have a chance to be the backup quarterback. And then he would never coach me. I mean, I sat there and watched him talk to the other 5 quarterbacks, or the other 4 quarterbacks all spring. What are you doing in this play? What are you reading here? You should read it this way, do this and that. And he was completely mute to me. I don't know if it's the bad blood that we had last year, because we had something individual going on, and I called him out for it inside of our own room, and man to man with him, and he got real defensive with me in that conversation back then. Ever since then, he hasn't really batted an eye at me. I mean, he'll talk to me occasionally, maybe once or twice if I'm in a conversation. You know what I mean?
Let's listen again.
Not, when you're competing at that position, you have to kind of get along with the quarterback as well. Do you feel like Shedeur mentored you or he helped you in a way, or do you feel that wasn't the case?
Not a second. The second I came in, he told the coaching staff that I would never have a chance to be the backup quarterback.
All right, stop right there. He said that when he came in there, he's saying that Shedeur told the coaches that he will never have a chance of being a backup. You see how they setting this up? You see how they setting it up, saying that Shedeur got the power to where he could tell the coaches that he's not going to be a backup. That's what he said. That's what he said there. So my theory is somebody put a battery pack in his back to set this storyline up. They are going to go crazy with this story, and they are going to try to tear them up during the season. They have to win. They got to win here, because if they don't, they are going to they're going to try to tear them a new one. Okay? I know how relations work in this country. They setting it up. I know they're setting this up. And he did not do this interview for no reason. He when he came to this interview, he already had the agenda in place already. He already had the agenda ready to go. They already had it ready to go. And now this other guy came along that has a YouTube page, and he's backing it up now and saying that Shedeur is a bully and he's undraftable. They already have their people set in place already. I'm telling you, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm just a regular person. When I tell you I'm regular, I'm regular. I don't have a machine backing me or anything like that. I am regular. I'm regular. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know that. I'm just telling you what they're setting it up to do, and he is the face for it. Look at who he is. Look at him. He's the face. They're getting ready to set this up now. They just need it. They this is the person that they were looking for. They were waiting for it and they got it. So they're getting ready to try to make Coach Prime look bad now. They're gonna try to set up some type of scandal. They coming for him. They are coming for him, and I don't know why. I don't know why they're actually coming for the family the way they're doing. I still haven't quite figured it out yet. But when he did this interview, this wasn't just no random impromptu interview. I'm not saying that this Mad Dog guy was in on it. I'm not sure. But this wasn't impromptu. This wasn't no random interview here. This interview, the interview did its job. It got the message out, and now all the publications are running with it. They're running with this now. And if you think about it, on any team you go to, are you friends with everybody on the team? Yes or no? The answer is no. I played with people that I never talked to. Okay? I've played on teams or AAU teams that I didn't even know the people, and I didn't even talk to them. I wasn't friendly with them, but we came together because we loved the sport and we were trying to win. It's the same thing with college football. You're not going to be friends with the quarterback all the time. You're not even going to have conversation with the quarterback all the time. You're not always going to break bread with the quarterback all the time. That doesn't mean you can't come together and win ball games. I've heard NFL quarterbacks saying they weren't friends with the wide receivers. They had differences, but when they got on the field on Sunday, they made magic together. You know, it's a business. They got to treat it like that. It's a business. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what I don't understand is this what he's saying is normal. Like, yeah, you were not gonna be the well. He's saying that Shedeur told the coaches that he was not gonna be a backup. I don't know if I quite Shedeur. He has that power. He could say that to the coaches. He could just tell the coach that, oh, this guy coming in, he's not going to be the backup. This guy's going to be the backup. That's not how it works. You're already the starter. You don't determine who the backup is. The coach does. So whoever's the best player available to be the backup, that's who the backup is. Okay? Now it doesn't go according to the quarterback. So I don't know if I quite believe that. Shedeur's job is to get prepared for the season to try to win ball games. His job is not to say who the backup is. That's not his job. You said Shedeur is the GM max. I don't think so. I don't think. How can that be the case? Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like in my opinion, just looking at that spring game, Staub is the backup. The other people that they brought there, they're not it. If Shedeur go down, they're in trouble. Just looking at that from looking at that spring game, from the new players they brought in, if Shedeur go down, they're in trouble. If Staub is not there, but Staub is there, so Staub is the number 2. That's what I think. He's the number 2. He has to be. He has to be the number 2. Because let's say if you take Staub out of the equation, they are in trouble. They are in trouble from what I saw in that spring game. So if Staub is the backup, that's it. He's obviously the backup. He's the best one that they have if Shedeur goes down. That's what I think, just based off what he did in that last game. And, you know, the things that he has shown, he should be the clear backup here. And I don't think Shedeur dictated that. And I just really don't. I just don't. Why would he? That's not his job. Why would he? Why would he have to worry about that? That's what they got coaches for. Now, if it's a situation where he has that much power on the team, that's a problem. But it is what it is. If he do got that power, fuck it. Go to another team. That's it. You don't have to do the interview. Just go to another team. Should you already hit the portal, then that's just what it is. But it's not just him hitting the portal. This was planned. That's what I think. This is my opinion. This was a planned attack. This was a planned attack here. And I don't think the interviewer was in on it. I don't think he was in on it, but there was people in that comment section, they were in on it, and he knew it. There was some friends of his probably in that comment section that got this thing going, because I heard he wanted to go back and read some of them comments. So yeah, this was set up, clearly set up. This is because the news is running with it. They look like they got a whole what do you call it? They got a whole transcript of the interview that's floating around. So yeah, that's just exactly what this was here. This was definitely set up.
And then he would never coach me. I mean, I sat there and watched him talk to the other 5 quarterbacks, or the other 4 quarterbacks all spring. You know, what are you doing in this play? What are you reading here? You should read it this way, do this and that. And he was completely mute to me. I don't know if it's the bad blood that we had last year, because we had something individual going on, and I called him out for it inside of our own room, and man to man with him, and he got real defensive with me in that conversation back then. And ever since then, he hasn't really batted an eye at me. I mean, he'll talk to me occasionally, maybe once or twice if I'm in a—
Yeah, see, he probably know how to play his position. Like, let me explain this. Sometimes you gotta know how to play your position. You're going to a team, right? The dad is the head coach and the son is the quarterback. You're not going to talk to him any kind of way now. You're just not going to do it. You got to play your position. Okay? You go there, you try to fit in, and you try to get that backup spot. You're not getting the first spot. You're getting the backup spot. Okay? You mean to tell me you 6'5", 220, you couldn't get that backup spot? You're 6'5", 220. But Staub beat you out. So Staub is the backup. So now you're concentrating on the third spot, right? You concentrate on the third spot. But then I think he fell down to the 5th spot. And I don't know if he decided to leave on his own or he were told to leave. I don't know. So let's see this.
Look at Fafita. What he—
in your opinion, with the NIL deals and all this stuff now, do you think it's changed it any bit?
Depends from team to team. Look at Arizona. Look at Fafita. What he did with all his money. Paid for all of his walk-ons. Look at Colorado. He's got 6 cars and an apartment.
You see his face when he was saying it?
In your opinion, with the NIL deals and all this stuff now, do you think it's changed it any bit?
Depends from team to team. Look at Arizona. Look at Fafita. What he did with all his money. Paid for all of his walk-ons. Look at Colorado. He's got 6 cars and an apartment.
Look how he twisted his lip. Look how Mad Dog twisted his lip. He wasn't expecting that. I can read it. He wasn't expecting that answer. He was not expecting that. His platform was used for an agenda. He didn't even know it. You see how his face twisted up? He was like, oh shit. Like his face twisted up there. Look again. Because he was trying to like be positive with the NIL. You think that changed a bit or anything? Blah, blah, blah. You know, trying to keep it upbeat.
In your opinion, with with the NIL deals and all this stuff now. Do you think it's changed it any bit?
Depends from team to team. Look at Arizona. Look at Fafita, what he did with all his money. Paid for all of his walk-ons. Look at Colorado. He's got 6 cars and an apartment.
See how his face changed? He wasn't expecting it. He was trying to hold his composure together. He's trying to hold it there. All right. So now with that interview, right? That interview is what it is now. It's gone now. But here's this gentleman. Here's this gentleman here. Some people seem to think that he's like some kind of insider. He knows it. No, he just gives his opinion just like me. He's not no insider or anything like that. But he said Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders is an immature bully and undraftable. And undraftable. Golly, let's listen.
My UFC content, and then I get a DM tell me, Rico, did you see what Shedeur Sanders said? And now that I've seen it, I just want to make this very clear. Shedeur Sanders is undraftable.
All right, stop right there. Let's just make this very clear. He's giving his opinion. Okay. His opinion means nothing like mine. Okay. Everybody got an opinion, but you see how he came with his video now to attack him, saying that the kid is undraftable.
Shedeur Sanders said. And now that I've seen it, I just want to make this very clear. Shedeur Sanders is undraftable. Like straight up, you can't have him on your NFL team. You can't have him leading your locker room. He's got an L on his jersey, and it doesn't stand for loser. Although he does have a losing record in the FBS. Let me tell you about Shedeur Sanders, man. He reminds me a lot of entitled rich kids. The only difference is he's black and not white.
Oh, that he hit deep there. You heard what he said? Whoo, Lord, have mercy. Oh, he hit deep. Oh, he hit deep. Boy, these people don't like these guys, man. They don't. The only difference is he's black. So you mean to tell it's kind of rare to see somebody privileged and black, huh? Lord have mercy. They listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you this year, they are gonna put so much pressure on this team. Well, you know, pressure can turn into the diamonds too now. Pressure ain't a bad thing. Pressure's not a bad thing if you know how to use it. I already know what it is. Yeah, they coming now. They coming. They didn't like this kid here, and he felt like he got ran off the team. Yeah, they coming for this one. They're still mad with Prime from when he first came there. They still mad at that. They still mad at that.
So you rock with him. He's Deion Sanders' son, man. He's carrying himself like a varsity blues, Mr. Popular quarterback, flexing on his teammates, flexing on anybody who doesn't agree with him. And here he says, I learned sometimes you have to take the high road. Okay. At G. Kuld, I'll spare you only this one time. So first and foremost, that's a threat. That's not the high road at all. The high road would be not tweeting at all.
Ooh, it's a threat. Ooh. First of all, that's a threat. First of all, that's a threat. Listen, man, it's just how it's just how these kids, excuse me, I keep saying kids, but it's how these young people talk on Twitter. That's how they get at each other, man. It's not, he said he could have took the high road. He got to take the high road, man. He hasn't said anything. The only thing he said was, I mean, he did say another little tweet. That's not really saying much. He just say taking the high road. You're not saying nothing. What's wrong with that? So Yeah, man. They do not like Prime, yo. They don't. They don't at all. They're trying to get his motherfucking players, everything. Everything. I seen they trying to go after Tavares, trying to get him at Colorado State. They are trying, boy. They are trying. They are trying to destroy this whole situation here. They want. It's not about the players. Shedeur is what you call catching strays. They trying to make Coach Prime. They trying to embarrass him. That's what they're trying to do. And I told you guys this stuff is coming. But like I said, I don't have no agendas. I don't work for nobody. I don't. Nobody's. I'm not a part of no machine. I'm just regular. I'm just letting y'all know what's coming. It's already here, though. Now we don't know if it's true. Like, how would the quarterback determine who the backup is? That doesn't make sense. That's what the coaches are there for. His job is to go win ball games. His job is not to decide who the backup is. So I don't believe that he told the coaches that there's no way this kid is going to be the backup. Maybe or maybe he was giving his opinion, meaning like, nah, this guy can't be the backup. This guy's garbage. He could say that. That's all right. Now, when he did get his opportunity to get in the game, was he spectacular? No. He wasn't spectacular at all. Now, he didn't get an opportunity to get in the games like that because it was very rare that they blow people out, where you could take Shedeur out real quick. They didn't have that many opportunities where, they could take him out early and then put your backups in. They just didn't have that luxury last season. So we'll never know if he got warmed up how good he is. But he did manage to get in the game, re-caught the pass and tried to throw it again, and they ruled it a ineligible pass. Even the refs got it messed up. They ruled it an ineligible pass, but they still called it for the interception anyway. So the refs got that messed up, and then also the coaches didn't even challenge that. So that's what kind of season it was. It was just all messed up. Because I would have challenged it. I'm like, wait. What do you mean it's an interception? It's a illegal pass. Just rule it an illegal pass, and then we'll be done on downs. Don't rule it an interception. Okay, so now, like I said, this guy, he's been saying some stuff here past few weeks, but he really going in. He's saying the kid is undraftable. What are you talking about? He's undraftable. What do you mean? But see, he's not saying he undraftable because of his skills. Oh, his other stuff. Oh, look, he's a bully. You can't draft someone like this in the NFL. Bullshit. Johnny Manziel got drafted. The fuck? Yeah, he's still gonna get drafted. They don't like the fact that he's in talks of being the number one quarterback. It's all types of stuff going on. Well, this hate is 360. It really is. The hate is 360.
Maybe a DM at best, but writing it for the world to see so you can get your 136K views and everybody liking your shit. Well, bro, I got news for you. 136,000 people have seen this, and 647 are Colorado cheerleaders. 647 are rocking with you. Yeah, that's right. You a legend. I've never seen a legend only win one conference game. I've never seen a legend retorting back on TikTok or Twitter every single time somebody says something negative about you or your father. And while everybody goes, no, Rico, they got a right to defend themselves. They got a right to. You don't think fans are ridiculing other star quarterbacks? You don't think somebody out there in Alabama is saying Carson Beck ain't shit?
Yeah, so you said wherever Kuld goes, he better be the number one back. Yeah, I know, right? Wherever he goes, he gotta be number one. You got to be number one, man. He got to be number one. And he got to stay. He can't downgrade. He can't downgrade here. He gotta stay within the Power 5, and he got to go start. And then he go out there and show out. Then I'm like, okay, all right. So they were wrong about him being the fifth string quarterback. You said, I guess Rico is not a legend. He's bashing people in his comments. Damn, he be doing that in the comments. He gonna get me next. Oh yeah, but I'm not even, you know, it's what it is. Yeah, he ain't talking about. Damn sure he's not talking about them. He's on this family. That's what he's on. You say you dog me some Stetson Bennett as a Georgia fan, but I'm glad he made me eat my crow twice. Yeah, he did. He won that national title, didn't he? Before he left, he won a national title. Yeah, he was going at it with Buffton Prime before I saw that. He went at it with them. But, you know, he's giving his opinion, you know, saying like everybody else, but I'm just saying he's wrong. What you mean he's undraftable, man? He's draftable. He's excuse me, he's undraftable. But damn. And he's a bully. They ain't calling the kid a bully now. A bully. And he's undraftable. And he said he's a privileged rich kid, but the only difference is he's black. Something he said. Oh my God. Woo. Well, this story, man, this story something else here. He's undraftable. He's undraftable, Thomas. You said this guy dissed Cormani's mom as well. You said then you don't understand the draft. Hold on, let me see. No, man. I don't. You don't. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's not what it is here. You said if his last being plagued with hate, he must be right. He got to be just like I was. See the same. Remember, I said the same people that were getting on Cormani. They turned. Remember, I told you the cavalry is coming back around. I told you it's coming back around. Cormani was just taking strays. The reason why Cormani was getting hate because he was with Colorado. Now that Cormani is at the University of Florida, you won't hear the Cormani hate no more. And he could just settle down and play football. But being that he was at Colorado, that's why he got hate. He was taking strays because Prime is there. That's why. The hate is on Prime, and everybody else is taking strays. That's what this is. They didn't like the fact that he got the coaching position there. They were all good. It was all good while he was at Jackson State. I'm just telling you, it was all good. But now that he came to the Power 5, it's not all good. The reason how we know that is because Joe Klatt said last season that he know for a fact a bunch of coaches who he would not name, they all were getting together to try to beat him. They were comparing notes and different things like that and comparing strategies to try to beat this team. They wanted to embarrass him. Even Coach Prime said it. He said it's like the teams wanted to embarrass us. And he was like, it's because of him. And he's not even playing anymore. And the kids and the men that are his players that are playing for him, they're catching strays over it. That's what it is, man. But they are going to try to set this up to where Shedeur doesn't go in the first round. They want that narrative now that he's not a first round quarterback. That's next. That's next. So really, only thing left for them to do is they have to win. Get to a respectable bowl game. But is that going to shut up the people? No. These guys, they literally have to isolate themselves. They got to watch who they date because they'll try to set up a scandal on them. They got to watch who they date. They got to watch who they be around. They got to watch what they say on video. And these people are really coming for them. Really coming for him, man. And I was like, I knew it. But this guy here, I mean, he just said undraftable. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, what are you talking about? Undraftable. What are you talking about?
I'm sitting over here making my UFC content, and then I get a DM tell me, Rico, did you see what Shedeur Sanders said?
You ain't getting no DM. You was gonna say it anyway. You thought he got like he was something over there minding his business. He got a DM. No, he see everything.
And now that I've seen it, I just want to make this very clear. Okay, make it very clear, sir. Shedeur Sanders is undraftable.
You are insane. What you talking about? Look how he looking though. Look at his face. Woo! Golly, boy. Grab a beer or something. Look at his face. I just want to be clear, Thomas. I just want to be clear right now. Shedeur. You should see how I'm looking in the camera. Shedeur is undraftable. Oh, I got to get off this internet, man. I listen, God, I promise you I was trying to get off, man. I was trying to get off. I couldn't resist it. Somebody just tell me to get off. Just tell me to leave. And I'll leave, yo. Just say, Max, just get off. You sick. Get off the internet for a while. Come back tomorrow. Go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let me hear it one more time. You said you're right, Clint. The internet gonna. I like that part. You said the internet gonna internet. Casey, I gotta leave, man. Gotta leave. I'm gonna leave in a second. Y'all, I was done the last time. Y'all saw me. I said I wasn't coming back until I saw this.
Making my UFC content.
Okay, look, he's making his UFC.
DM tell me.
Hold up, he's making his UFC content because what he was saying was he didn't know he wasn't concerned about all this. He got all the other stuff going on. That's what he wants you to think. Like, yeah, I'm just making my UFC content. I get somebody DM me. Ain't nobody DM you. He saw this and he had to get on it.
Rico, did you see what Shedeur Sanders said? And now that I've seen it, I just want to make this very clear.
He just want to make this very clear. Look at his face. Watch this.
Shedeur Sanders is undraftable. Like, straight up, you can't have him on your NFL team. You can't have him leading your locker room. He's got an L on his jersey, and it doesn't stand for loser. Although he does have a losing record in the FBS. Let me tell you about Shedeur Sanders, man. He reminds me a lot of entitled rich kids. The only difference is he's black and not white.
You hear what he said? He reminds me of entitled rich kids, but the only difference is he's black and not white. Don't he know that there's a lot of entitled black kids out here? Don't he know that? Everybody don't make rap, sir. There's a lot of rich people out here that don't rap, yo. And they're entitled as fuck because I went to school with them. Entitled as fuck. It was in this group called Jack and Jill. He probably don't even know it. There's a lot of entitled black kids out here, sir. There's a lot of them. And their parents didn't play football either. Yep. There's a lot of them because I know them. Oh, this guy, man. Whew, I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed for you, sir. I'm embarrassed for you. I just have to say that. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed because you ignorant and you're not knowing. You're not knowing. The only difference is he black? He's not white. He had to sit up here and bring color into it. You hear me? He had to sit up here and bring color into it, man. Oh, these people are something else.
Although he does have a losing record in the FBS. Let me tell you about Shedeur Sanders, man. He reminds me a lot of entitled rich kids. The only difference is he's black and not white. So you rock with him. Hey, Deion Sanders' son, man. He's carrying himself like a varsity blues, Mr. Popular quarterback, flexing on his teammates.
Flexing on his teammates.
Flexing on anybody who doesn't agree with him.
Flexing on anybody that don't agree with him.
And here he says, I learned sometimes you have to take the high road. Okay. At G. Kuld, I'll spare you only this one time. So first and foremost, That's a threat.
That's a threat.
It's not the high. The kids leaving or saying anything negative about Arizona players? Is anybody writing this? I learned is past tense. Sometimes you have to take the high road. Well, apparently this isn't one of those times.
What's wrong with this guy, man? All right, I'm done. All right. Golly. But he knows, though. He knows. Sam had the nerve to come on my panel last night talking about this guy's an insider. This guy knows bullshit. Well, I'm an insider then. That makes me one too then. If he's an insider, I'm an insider. Period. Point blank, period. All right? He's undraftable. He's not a guy that can lead your team in your locker room. He's not that guy. You know? He's just not that guy. He's just not clean cut like a Beck. Like Carson. His name Carson Beck or whatever his name is. He's not like that. You know? He's a bully. Man, he putting bullying into it. Hey, man. Who did Shedeur bully, man? If anything, this guy was bullied when he was in school. He was bullied. Oh, my God. Boy, I tell you what, see, this is what some people didn't know about me. Because when I had Cormani's back, people were like, oh, Max, you sitting up here hating you got Cormani's back. No, I got them all. I told you I'd come back around. Shedeur, you ain't even got to say nothing. I got you. He ain't even got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I let me buy that beef off you. I bought the beef for him. So I got him. Okay? Because I know how this works. I told you my services, I'll be right back around. Let me go ahead and take some medicine real quick. Brother got to take some medicine over here. I got to take my hot toddy. Take my shot. You understand? I see now. I probably should wait until I get offline before I take this liquor. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take a shot for all mankind. You gotta put a little something in that tea, and you gotta drink the shot first, and then put something in the tea. But Rico, don't come for me now, because I know he equal opportunity that he will come for you. So Rico, don't come for me now. Don't come for me. Because you know his people, you know you got troublemakers that's like in the bushes. Hey, Rico. They're like this, Rico. You know that guy that be bumping his gums, Max? He's over there talking about you, Rico. He's over there talking about you. And look, and he's like, what? He said, yeah, he's over there right now using your content. He's talking about you. And then he going to be listening, and then he going to get me. Don't get me, Rick. Don't get me, man. As you know, you out of pocket. You said Rico, the same clown that said Amos was a bad picker for CU and called him a fumble machine. I remember him saying that. Now he's calling him a beast on his channel because he might flip the Ole Miss. Woo! God, that man ain't. At first, he was a fumble queen. I mean, a fumble machine. But now he's a beast because he might be going to Ole Miss. Yeah, he don't. It's just what it is. Some people don't like Prom. It's all good, but I'm gonna respond. See, because Prom, Prom. If y'all ever hit, y'all ain't gotta respond, man. Don't respond. Let me just get that. Let me just get it, and that's it. And read these people their rights. Thank you, 94 Finest, by the way. And let me just read these people their rights, and I got it. All right. So you can sit back and laugh because you know I'm going to sit up here and clown. And that's it. And we go on about our business. All right. Rico, first of all, Rico, you don't know. If you saying that this kid is undraftable, I don't know what you know. Because your name is Rico Knows. Now, I don't know what you know, but I can tell you that the kid is draftable. That's what I'm telling you, sir. That's what I'm telling. And I'm the elder statesman. Okay, I'm older than you. All right, I know I am. Okay, I'm the elder statesman. What I'm saying is he's draftable, period. That's what I'm saying to you. Right? I'm the elder statesman here. Right? You just look older, but I'm older. Right? I'm older, and that's just what it is right there. I don't know what you know, or whatever it is that you know. But I'm going to tell you, whatever you know is off if you're saying that this kid is not draftable. Now, I know why you're saying that. You know, oh, he's coming off as a bully and this, that. No, he's not. He barely say nothing. He barely talk. He barely talks. And then you're going to try to take a shot. He got the L on his lapel, and it doesn't mean loser or whatever. You know, you're trying to, it mean leader, but you're trying to, you know, I know what you're trying to say. I don't know what this man knows. But I know that I had somebody come on my panel that seemed like you're an insider you got inside information. You don't. I'm just here to tell her you don't. Don't take it as a diss or nothing like that. But I'm just telling her how I see it. All right. All right, let me go on. Let's go. You said, you said, Max, go watch his video before you go after him on this one. Trust me, bro. What do you mean? I'm not going after him. Okay, explain to me, because he said that Shedeur is undrafted. So explain to me. Maybe I'm wrong about something. Let me know, Surfer. Another walk on, Aurelius going crazy. You say you can't hear the person you're speaking to? No, because I put it on mute. I mean, I paused it. You said which NFL teams will need a quarterback next year? The Jets. My Jets need one because it depends on when Aaron Rodgers retire. So we definitely need one to develop. We need one. There's quite a few other teams out there that need one too. Raiders, Titans. Dallas could use a backup. Atlanta got Penix. Yeah, Surfer, tell me where I'm wrong about. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion on what Rico said. I'm not really coming for him. Trust me, this is light work. I'm not coming for him. I don't feel too good to be coming for him right now. I'm not. Yeah, he said, I don't know. Rashad Amos didn't really say he was going to Ole Miss yet. I think he may have a visit. Oh, Rosecrans, I was just out there near your way, man, last week. I was just out there, man. I got sick out there in Cali. And I'm still sick. I probably got sick on that plane. But yeah, man. Next time I'm out there, I've got to hit you up. No, that's what I wanted you to explain, Surfer Boy. I didn't I wasn't aware of his Amos comment. I was hoping that you explain it. Because I do remember him calling him a fumble person. But then he said he was I'm not sure like the context. Max got to get the Cormani one. Which one, K Vizzy? The Cormani what? The jersey? No, I don't think so. That was but they got Kirk Cousins. So I was a little unsure about that one because they had Kirk Cousins. I didn't think they were going after a quarterback, but that surprised a lot of people. But shout out to Penix though. He got it. So oh yeah, I saw that. And said something about his mother too. He just, I understand. I get it. He just don't he don't like CU. I get it. But he's a little bit wrong when he said that Shedeur is undraftable. And then he's going on the line. He don't even know the kid and calling him a bully. I think that's a little out of line. So that's my position on it. Out of line and out of pocket. So that's just my position on it. I watch everything. Just let y'all know. I watch all videos. Rico Knows. I watch it all just to see what they're saying. You said they're talking about Shedeur, but the 6-string walk-on was crying. Yeah, Thomas. He called Amos. Oh yeah, 94 Finals. He did. He called Amos a beast on Twitter. Yeah, that was clickbait calling him a beast. Yeah, players respond to other players all the time. It's just that Shedeur, remember they said they got time for it. He said he's not going to sit back and you're going to sit here and say something. He's not going to say nothing back. So I get why he's doing it. But he didn't say anything bad. He just said, look, I'm taking the high road, and I spare you this time, meaning that I could go in on your ass. I could. Yeah. Then he gonna sit here and say he's like a privileged rich kid. Only difference is he's black. So all the privileged kids out there is white. That means that he listens to the media and he don't know how the world really works. There's a lot of privileged people of color out here and they just be hiding. They're out here. Yeah, you got the privilege. It comes in all colors, fam. It comes in all colors. If you got your health out here and your mental sanity, you're privileged, actually. That's what I think. But that's something different. But that's all about Rico Knows. But I would just, it's like I said, I would just give him my opinion on it. And he decided to say something, that's on him. That's if he decide to. But somebody don't hit him up already. Max over here talking about you. I'm just giving my opinion on what he said. Talking about he undraftable. That means he really don't knows. Rico knows. And what did he got on his Patreon? Has anybody signed up to his Patreon? You said, wait, Dylan left because Amos? No. Yeah, if he goes to the NFL and does well, what else can they say? There's nothing else they could say. Yeah, it's just that they don't like Coach Prime. That's just what it is. Oh, I didn't see the video in Cormani and his mother. Let me take a look at it. Hold on. Let me listen to it. Yo, do you got any pain meds? Oh, what's going on? Ibuprofen. I don't be having no pain meds. Oh man, I wonder what happened. I know they were over there working on the house. Somebody must have fell. Brother just hit me up, and I went over there. They was hammering on something on the deck, and so he probably threw his back out or something. Let me see what he said about Cormani. Let me see. But you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You feel me? And you know, you don't always gotta agree with everybody. So let's see. Wait a minute, do I got the right channel? All right, hold on one second. Let's see. I'm on my wrong page. Hold on. Let me go to. All right, let's see what he's saying. Cormani. He doing his thing over here, though. I'm just checking out his page. Let's see. Let me go to the live. Did he take the video down? I don't see it. I think he took the video down. Excuse me. I think he's a preferred walk-on at Florida. Okay, I see it.
Transfer portal update, whatever you want to call it. Former Colorado Buffalo cornerback Cormani McClain, the 5-star superstar, future NFL prospect, all this shit. Cormani McClain's going to Florida. So first and foremost, shout out to Hayes Fawcett. I'm using his tweet here. If Cormani McClain is 173 pounds, I'm a female, bro. That man is not 173 pounds. That's number one. Did he grow to be 6'3"? Did he grow an inch? Okay. So we're lying about metrics now.
No, I think he is 6'3", sir. He did grow. He does look a lot taller.
Let's tell some truths. And some hard truths are Cormani McClain is going to have to earn every rep he ever gets at Florida.
That's with everybody. Everybody has to earn their reps. And he got bigger. You see how cut up he is? And he actually got bigger, actually. You can see it in his face. He got bigger. And hold on, everybody has to work for their reps. Everybody does. If you go to Florida, you have to work for your reps. You're not just going to come there and be like, okay, and you got to work for it. You got to practice, don't you?
Without question, he's going to have to earn every single rep. He's not better than Devin Moore. He's not better than Jason Marshall on the Florida football team. Those are the starting corners. So this young man is coming into a team that doesn't necessarily need him to change anything. This signing, everybody's talking about it, but it doesn't change your win-loss record. For Florida, it doesn't impact their win-loss record. They actually need pass rushers to generate a pass rush to help their secondary. Their corners and safeties are all pretty good. Their secondary is great. They just can't cover forever. There's no pass rush. They had a terrible defensive end and edge rusher that everybody talked about, Princely. They didn't know how bad he is. He's going to Ole Miss, and every NFL scout tells you he's great. I watched the tape. They had a terrible pass rush. So when you don't have a great pass rush, and it might be defensive line driven, defensive coach driven, whatever, and you go sign this corner, it doesn't matter who you sign. But Cormani McClain is going to have to earn every rep, and he's going to have to earn a scholarship because he's a –
Nah, he really don't have to earn a scholarship. He technically has a scholarship, sir. What teams do, since he knows so much, let me explain it. Some teams, you don't have to be on scholarship to get your tuition paid. The collectors can do that. Golly, man, don't he know that?
Preferred walk-on. Look, I don't think this is the greatest signing in the world. I think Florida's been losing every offseason. And let's not forget they lose during the season. And what that means is their coaching staff is on their last leg. And their coaching staff, if they don't win enough games this season, and I don't think they will, the schedule's way too hard, they're going to lose DJ Lagway in the transfer portal. They're all going to be fired. And Cormani McClain, you just chose the wrong team to go be with for a season. You literally picked a team that's going to lose their coaching staff if they lose games. This is a terrible transfer. The one thing you should do as a young man looking for a new team is not look for the
And he played football before, huh? Okay.
highest bidder, not look for somebody who's going to cover your tuition in NIL. No, you need to find stability, development, and value that. The transfer to
I'm glad he said it. Somebody covering your tuition in NIL. So technically he is on scholarship, technically. Without saying he on scholarship.
South Florida would have been far better. Far better. Maybe you get a scholarship, but more importantly,
Maybe you get a scholarship. Maybe you get a scholarship.
you definitely go to a team that's not losing their head coach. Alex Golis just got hired. He did great last year. They have an amazing quarterback. They have the future's bright at South Florida. This feels like you're going to a team to be a one-year rental, and you refuse to go down in competition. I got news for you. If you can't play at Colorado, you can't play at...
He did play at Colorado, sir. He did play there. He did. He got in the game. He was at USC. He played in that game. I don't know. Maybe I'm sick. Maybe he didn't play in the USC game. In the other games. He did play. He did. He did. Some freshmen don't play at all, sir. Look at all them freshmen at Alabama that didn't play. Okay? Look at all them walk-ons there. They got so many walk-ons, man. They got walk-ons on top of walk-ons. Not everybody play as a freshman. But he played as a freshman. He did.
Florida. That's a fact. Okay, if you can't start over certain transfer corners who showed up, you can't start over Devin Moore. You can't start over Marshall. Nope, you're going to be fighting for playing time. Let me show you guys something. You're going to be fighting for playing time with Jameer Grimsley here.
Let me say something to you players. Don't ever listen to somebody like this. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't do something. Don't ever do it. That this should just be a tutorial. Don't listen to people that's never played. He's never played football. He never even played high school football. He's never played. Okay, he just watched football, right, and gives his opinion like everybody else. His opinion is, you know what I'm saying, it's just what everybody got an opinion. Shit, I got an freaking opinion. Everybody got an opinion. That's it. That's all it is. Don't listen to people like this, man. Because people like this are dream killers. If you have a weak mind and listen to somebody like this, they'll kill your dreams, man. Just laugh at somebody like this. Just laugh because it's sad. Just laugh at somebody that's always like trying to talk down on somebody. That means something in his life ain't going right. So that's the perspective as a player. You got to have that when it comes to somebody like this. Something in his life ain't going right, man. He need a vacation or something. He need a vacation or something. He might be mad with his old lady or something. Something wrong. You see what I'm saying? So just keep that perspective. Like maybe him and his old lady ain't, maybe something ain't right, man. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything about Ole Miss. I don't know. The running back did not say anything on his social media, but these people claim that they know. They said something about Ole Miss, but maybe it is something going on with Ole Miss. I don't know. You stated his second wife's divorcing him. Oh, I don't know if that's the case, but shit, maybe that's why he upset. Shit, I don't know. Damn, 94 fight. He said that. Damn, well, that's kind of bad, man. I wish him the best if that's what's going on. Oh, he had a visit to Ole Miss this past weekend. Okay. You love Ole Miss, SEC Nation. Oh, you like Ole Miss? You out there in Mississippi?
And Jameer, it says Alabama to Florida. He was at Alabama for a couple weeks. This is a kid out of high school signed with Alabama. Then Saban retires and he hits the portal, and he's going to Florida. Look at Jameer's size: 6'3", 185. He's about 20 pounds ahead of you. Equivalent, talent's equivalent. Another high 4-star guy, another coveted recruit. Talent's equivalent. They already got you, bro. They already got you in that locker room. I think it's a terrible move. But you know what? What can you expect from a guy who writes, "It's always a lesson when you take a loss. As soon as you find it, correct it 100. Hashtag back home." What are you talking about? Are you homeschooled? Did your beloved mother teach you this shit? It's always a lesson when you take a loss? The fuck are you lost, bro? You must be lost. You must have skipped English class and don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, something going on with this guy. I wish him the best. Whatever is going on in his life right now, something's going on with him. And he's frustrated. You can hear it in his voice. He's frustrated. Something happened. Something going on. I don't know what his old lady did. Something going on, man. Something going on in his life. So that's not even funny at this point. Something else going on with him. So you said it's always a lesson in a lost. Thomas, be being funny. Oh man. But yeah, man.
I don't know what's going on. You just threw a random comma out there after the word lost. There's no period or anything. I don't know what's going on. This shit frightens me. This is a college student? College student, my ass. This is embarrassing. Shout out to you, Cormani McClain. I think you made a terrible decision.
I think you made a terrible decision. You supposed to, like, who are you? I don't know, man. I'm not even going to go in on him because there's something going on in his life that he using this as an outlet. Stress will kill you, man. Yeah, loss versus loss. I know. That's like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It could have been a typo, man. You said they not like us. I don't know, man. It's crazy. He just going through it. He just taking it out online. I bet you 2 or 3 years from now, he look back on this. He like, oh my God, I was a madman. Oh, it's this guy. It's a YouTuber, Beach Material. Yeah, he has some stuff to say about Shedeur and stuff like that, and that's why I was zeroed in on him. But he said Shedeur is undraftable now, and he's a bully. All right, he's a bully now. You said he thinks there's no understanding in a lost. Man. All he got to do is breathe. Just breathe. Relax. Everything going to be all right. Everything don't stay the same. Everything going to be all right. Or you could, that too, Tex. That could get you too. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But yeah, you could see it. Like the aggressiveness in him. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. He said, your beloved mother homeschool you? For him to take shots at a young man like that means something is off in his life. When people are doing well, they don't talk like this. I'm just trying to tell you. So that's how you know something is off. But that's how it is. Rico Knows, Randa. You said he's always like this? Damn. I seen a few of his videos. When Buffed and Prime, he was going at them. I'm like, damn. But he knows though, so it's crazy, man. He need to go outside. That's what he need to do. He need to get some sun. He need to go outside and get some sun. Leave this alone for a minute and then recharge his battery. Or go get him a hot piece or something. Do whatever he got to do. Come back, recharge his battery, and then everything is all right. But I promise you, sir, this kid is draftable. He's draftable. He's draftable. And I don't see Shedeur. He don't strike me as no bully. He doesn't. Doesn't strike me as a bully. So yeah, that's what I had to say about that. Man, he went in on Cormani though. You made a terrible decision.
And Florida didn't make a bad decision. Florida says, hey, we can improve our 85, and we can just go grab this dude. It's no risk on our part. Let the dude lift weights here. It's all good. They'll do anything to get better. Florida's in trouble. That coaching staff is nearly fired.
So if they'll do anything to get better, you said they didn't need him. First, one breath he said they didn't need him, but they'll do anything to get better. Let him lift weights here. Let's let him lift weights.
Young man out there, you're in the transfer portal. Look at the volatility of your coaching staff. Look at their stability, their longevity. This is not it. This is not the move. This is not the move. And Cormani McClain is not him like that. Doesn't impact your win-loss record. And that motherfucker just, your win lost.
He called him an MFer, yo. Yeah, it's something in his life. Something going on with him. Hope he don't lose it, though. Hope we don't wind up seeing him on CNN. Hope he don't lose it. But, you know, that's why he got this here as an outlet. So let him live. He said, so Cormani, he's there to lift weights, man. It's hilarious, man. He's there to lift weights. Let him come lift weights. You hear me, Thomas? Let him come lift weights, man. Well, Thomas, if you want to come on, you gotta let me know what's going on with this guy before I get off, man. I gotta go out and get some sun, man. Samantha told me this guy's the truth, man. That's what she told me. So I was like, really? She said, yeah, Max, this guy named Rico Knows, man. He got inside information. I went and subscribed to him. I said, for real? She's like, yeah. Like he knows it. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is hating. That's what's happening. This dude got hate in his blood, Thomas.
Man, this is crazy, yo. I'm hearing all
blood, man.
You got a whole lot of that and something else that sound like. Why are you calling a young man that, man? Cormani, let this man. It's like that's what I said. People act like this is an anomaly and whatever, and this doesn't go on often in college. Like players transfer all the time,
right?
Like for years since I was in college 20 years ago. So it's like. And Cormani's a young man, yo, and he's like the head of his house with his family, yo. So let the young man go and grow and become a man. Don't sit there and slander him because he's going through what is in his path to what he has to go through, man. Don't do that to these guys, man. They're going through enough as it is. And as a young man, we all know 20, you at that point in your life to where, you know, you seeing God more, you seeing your family more, and you want to do the right thing, yo. So don't think he's trying to go out here and mess up everywhere he's going, even though he's, you know, getting that media behind him. It's not right. It's just let Cormani do his thing, man. Don't
toxic.
Yeah, it's getting toxic, and they're using this to launch pad into other conversations to like paint these horrible narratives. You hear how he's saying, you hear how he's talking. You know, he's calling the young man this and that. He's saying, what he said earlier. I don't even want to repeat it, but it's just disgusting to me how people want to use these things at certain times to say what they really want to say off their chest. And that's what I'm starting to see.
What they really want to say. Right.
You know, it's disgusting, man. You know, and I seen, like I said, man, they was just having a little private workout. It's starting to get repetitive. I notice things like really quick. And I notice every time CU puts out a positive video, here comes something like this.
It's set up already.
It's like they got to wait, like it's just waiting for that. Whenever they come out, something that's positive. Shedeur was at Prime Country. They all there chilling, doing it, and then guess what? Boom. So now that is just like, you know, not even magnetized anymore. You're going to blow this up. And this guy's a 6th string walk-on complaining about not being spoken to. Bro, you got to play in a game. You a 6th string walk-on. You was a walk-on from the beginning. And then, you know, luckily Wiseman left and brought him up to the 5th string. He was a 6th string. He said it. I watched it. He said he was a 6th string when he came in the spring and seen he was a 6th string quarterback. Well, bro, what do you expect after what you know what I mean? I know you want to get that back, but in life, you know, you can't, you know, we all want to get everything back. So it's just how the cards fell, but at the same time, that doesn't give you the right to even show any kind of disdain towards the whole program. Like, what gives you the right? You're a walk-on, bro. Like, you got nothing but opportunity. Even if you did at the end, towards the end, didn't get any reps because they didn't just want to flat out tell you that you were cut. See, and they want to play this what they call it, not narcissism, nepotism, whatever. Do you understand? That's what it is. When you're a head coach, when you're in an authoritative position, you have to be the one to be also neutral in positions and also be the executor when it's time to do those kind of things. So they say, oh, that's what he's only friendly, but then they cut me. He was all this kind of. That's what a head coach does. Hey, we like you. So unfortunately things didn't work out. But you want to do this, you want to do that, but we don't need you. To some people, they might think that's rude, but in reality, in life, that's the facts of reality. So for people to kind of like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people get into this football atmosphere and the way that we communicate as, when we're in it, and it can be kind of rigid to some people, within communication, which I understand because you're just hearing flat out, we don't have time to wait on you. Like to some people, that's devastating to them. Some people have to hear, we can wait on you. It's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You got your enough time. No, not in football. Either you get it now or you're out of here. That's how so that energy is all through the sport. So it's just tough to see this happening. And like him talking about Shedeur being affected in his draft pick is crazier, Like he Shedeur knows he knows owners and GMs. So it's like they know him personally. So like him having a response to another player is not going to affect. That's like how me and you, like we could talk, and I'm like, somebody says, that's not. I know why Max did that. So it's like I got to a certain point to kind of have that kind of understanding with you. Yeah. A lot of people that already had that understanding with their relationships, just like how these players go off. See, look, I wanted to say this before, but it slipped my mind. When players go off and they go about, oh man, Prime didn't like me, they wouldn't talk to me, they didn't listen to me. Only thing you're doing, truthfully, is letting the world know that you're not it. Because once you say that, people know that Prime, like, okay, well, Prime didn't see nothing in you. Oh, really? Prime didn't see nothing in you? Oh, Prime didn't think you could play? Oh, so you're just letting everybody know that you're a bust. So when you go out there and say that and put yourself in that light, it's not putting you in the light you think you walking in, because now you're just letting everybody know you're done. If you go in there and say, Prime, we had a good thing going, he really wanted me to stay. Things didn't really work out. I had to go. And for me, like coaches gonna look at you like, okay, Prime wanted you. Okay, well, let's get you over here. But when you go out there like that, talking about how everything was going wrong and everything, is just we know why that happened. As people, it's a reason why things didn't go right, and it's most likely because of the player, like because the coach ain't there to make things go right for you. If you start going into these things, the programs, thinking that the coach is supposed to make it go right, coach is going to tell you what to do, and if you don't do it right, he's going to get somebody else in there that can do it. That's it, and that's all. It's not going to be I'm here to tell you how to get better, and if you can't do what I'm telling you how to get better, I'm gonna get somebody else who I can coach, who's going to listen and do what I say within what I'm seeing that they need to get better. And players are missing that nowadays. They're missing. That's the tradition of football. It's not about how could this coach pamper to my needs. No, it's about the things that I could get from the team that I'm acceptable. I'll take that, and then the willingness and I'm willing to put into the effort to get better. Not so much of him catering to my needs to get better. That makes no sense. And players are looking at it that way too much. And I think it's starting to become a little toxic. You feel me? Because now it's just getting too familiar.
Hey, Thomas, there's some feedback again. Come back in.
Yeah, your mic is popping. Your sound, your audio is popping.
Yeah, come in and come back out. Come out, come back in. I think that'll work.
Nice, man. I hope you enjoyed your vacation, brother. Thanks for sharing a little bit of it that you did share, bro. I keep up with your content. Yeah, I keep up with your content, bro. I follow you. I'm a supporter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I appreciate the letting us into some of your, because I know you're not one to be putting your business out there. So thanks for sharing your vacation.
The trip. So
yeah, that's sometimes that happens. I know when I be going on a trip that I'm excited for. Next thing you know, I'm coming up sniffing it and everything. Can't really enjoy it like you want to. I know that.
Cool though, while it lasted.
Yeah, but man, I appreciate you allowing us on your platform. Everybody in the chat, please like, subscribe, and share the content. It helps the algorithm, helps him stay monetized if he's not already monetized. As far as
thanks, by the way.
You're welcome. My thing is, if it wasn't no Deion Sanders at CU, a lot of us, or well, a lot of us and content creators would not have a platform to stand on because no other program is putting out content that we could talk about. So, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I always want to use that analogy.
Hmm. Right.
But keep it
Yeah.
formal.
Exactly right.
And don't try and destroy people. Just slander out. Like it's not. It's. I mean, I get that too. That's the beauty of it. But let's kind of keep that. That's why I can't really partake in too much of the other because I know it's positive and negative. Negative doesn't live long, so you
That
expect
is
to
true.
things to continue. But just to move forward, it's a lot. What I mean, but I get it. But back to what I was saying about Shedeur, he's still top 10. This ain't about to stop none of that. Especially after that little private workout they've been doing with that prawns, yo. They on point, yo. They getting on point. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I get it. You right though. Was that Warren talking about what it
Hmm.
Yes,
is?
sir.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be that, and that's kind of like, at first it was the players last year using it, what I'm saying, using for a launch pad or whatever, or clickbait to get like Sally's or whatever. Now content creators are jumping on every little bit or whatever they can use. But I mean, I can't wait for the season to start so more content can come out for people to talk about.
Yeah. Well, you got content. You got people who are starting to build. How can I say it? There are content creators that are being created just solely because of Deion Sanders being in CU, which they probably would never had a voice or never had any other thing to talk about. But whether they choose the negative or the positive side of it, he still created the space for them to be able to have a voice. Whether we disagree or agree with it, it it's all because of Deion Sanders. And that's facts. I wouldn't have a voice if it wasn't for a channel like Max. You know, that sort of thing. So uh, I just think it's still at the end of the day when the dust settles, CU is going to be on top, and all the haters we get to go say, yeah, I told you so. That sort of thing. So that's one of my things. But I'm also concerned about the players that are committing and using. Even players are taking advantage of Deion Sanders' name. I mean, they commit to see if somebody else is going to bite to get more money. I ain't mad at them. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying,
Or leverage.
yeah, get leverage, and even if they don't play, some of these teams will probably try to scoop you in just to keep Deion Sanders from having certain tools at his disposal. If I could say it that way. So, and with Amos, I don't know if how true that is. I don't know if it's just a rumor. I haven't heard anything come from him, so I'm not gonna say that's his place, but uh, that's what's out there on YouTube.
Right. He going to Ole Miss. Do you think he's gonna go this Brian this this not directly, but do you think he'd go right now? Do you think he would go if they offer him?
I don't. I guess it's depending on what he feels is important to him. I don't know. I haven't even. I want to speak for another man, so if he got to do what's important for him, and if that's what's important for him, then by all means.
You're right about them trying. They poaching his players for sure.
Yeah, I mean we get our fair share of pulling players from other teams. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If I would say that, we've been plucking players from other teams. So, you know, we can't expect them not to shoot back or try to pluck some of our players.
We built that pretty heavy now. I think we could afford to lose a couple.
Yeah, yeah, it's the reality of transport, the transport portal. It's just that Dion got a leg up on everybody else. He's, as I would say, he's a field ahead of them, and they're trying to play catch up now. Because I believe these coaches are going to start plucking players from other teams as well. And I done heard a couple of coaches say some negative stuff about players that's out there in social media, and they ain't nobody talking about that.
So what do you mean? Like players having controversy online?
No, yeah, about play. Like one coach, I don't know if I forget his name, said that if you leave, we'll get another one like you to replace you.
Oh, well, that's
I
expected.
forget the name of the coach. It's the SEC coach,
That's
and it
normal
was
talk.
another.
That's everyday talk, though.
Yeah, I mean, but it's common. It's common. The only reason why Prime get shade is because he allows the media into his world, far as football, and he doesn't, and it and it gives us something to talk about. If
Right.
he shut off all the media and shut off all the cameras, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about around this time of the year.
The media know that's how it goes. That's the funny thing. The media know that's normal. That's daily talk. Like,
Yeah, this is for the media. Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on, Chris?
All right.
that what
I just wanted to share. It was Kirby Smart was the coach you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Warren G.
Okay.
And then Dabo Swinney come out and said, quite frankly, most players in the transfer portal isn't good enough to play for him at Clemson. He didn't say all, but he did say most, and that's one of the reasons why he preferred not to dip deep into the transfer portal, because he feel like the ones that's in there isn't good enough to play for him anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the point Warren G was trying to make is that they can come out and say these things, and it's barely. I mean, it just doesn't draw as much flack as if Coach Prime would say it. If he says it, everybody got something to say about it, and it's not all good either.
That's the funny thing, because they know he's supposed to, if he's gonna be the one with the eye and the pick and the credit and the stamp, of course, like he gonna tell somebody else. Everybody gonna come up there and gonna be the ones that's gonna. Somebody might just be told, "Hey, you might not be good enough, buddy." Like, come on. I don't want Prime to tell everybody they good now. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get that part. I just don't get it. They know, like, this whole everything is. The media been known like this is normal. It's just that they just producing it to the people in a way that it's being pushed, that this light, this narrative being forced. It's just crazy to me, man. And it's people that supposed to know football that's carrying the same narrative. I'm like, yo, what are we talking? Because like, if we ever got behind the scenes like before this, like it is worse than this. Like it's worse than this. People talking about how people want to be carried and handled. You about to go out here and break a leg? Like, what are you talking about? This is football. Ain't nobody supposed to hold your hand, pat you on the back, carry you to class, make sure you're doing your work. No, none of that. This is football. This is college, collegiate football. This is where you're supposed to send your children to school to become adults. Remember American Pie? Remember how the parents had to let their children go off to college and be adults and go through life and experience struggle and experience controversy and adversity and grow up and be young adults. Now, this is so much parenting in college. It's crazy. It's not even college no more, because college was the first life grown experience our youth was meant to have, like especially like our athletes. Like, what? Come on, man. I get it, but come on, man. I'm a yield there. This is crazy, right? Like I said, this is very interesting. I get the business part of the family deals, but like the coaching relationship and like the treatment of the players, like I don't know. This is different. People just cry about it a little too much for me.
Yeah. Then he was saying that he got 6 cars and this other player is sharing his NIL, helping his walk-ons, and Shedeur is not obligated to pay anybody.
Right. Like this ain't the pros where you gonna buy your whole offensive line watches like for blocking. I'm gonna
Right.
buy all you guys rollies.
But I will say Shedeur has given his players those beats. I mean, you think that may be small to somebody else, but that might be big. That to me, that's big. He didn't
Right.
have to do that. He
Right.
made sure that they all had their own beats, and but nevertheless, you're right. He don't have to do all of that.
Hmm.
Right. Going out to eat, treating your linemen out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, hanging out with them. That's
Hey,
pretty
guys, I'll be right back.
for sure. Like that's pretty much. I'm pretty sure he does
I
that. You can
mean,
see that.
them kids that's on his father's property get to experience that type of. It's a lot of kids ain't been in that type of environment where you got that much land and you're doing that and they're exposing them to things that's outside of what they're used to. I'm not saying all of them. They're saying ones that was there, the receivers. I don't know if they can say that they know somebody with that type of atmosphere that they personally been on the land and in the house and chilling.
That's motivation.
You
That's big time motivation.
I never experienced nothing like that. So, I see it from afar, but
Right.
never, so I would say that's a nice experience.
Yeah, Warren G, I would go as far as to say none of them have. You talking about this man has land, 2 lakes, a football field, and a mansion sitting on the property with probably about a mile and a half length to drive to his house. Now, I'm willing to bet that none of them are.
About 2 miles
Like
of forest around it.
I'm fortunate enough. I don't know if y'all know who Mike Conley is, but he plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's my cousin. So, and we actually grew up like really, really close cousins. That's the closest I've seen. But outside of that, no.
Right. That's motivation. They all
Right.
thinking.
And that's what I'm saying. That's an experience that they can take, a fuel that they can take. I believe I can do this. I see something better for me on the other side, not
Well,
from where
when
I
you
come from, not from the surroundings I've been in. I can see myself on the other side and for the coach to allow you to go there and do your thing, have a little fun, at the same time, get some workout, building camaraderie, building. I just think that's a positive thing that we could take from that. They working together on the off
right,
season.
yeah,
Now, had there's been no cameras, we would never known that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I got a question before, and I'm gonna shut up. How many weeks is it before the fall season from the spring game? How many weeks is that?
Before fall camp and
Yeah, before fall camp starts.
and the spring game, probably
Yeah,
at least 12, probably.
12,
A good 3 months, yeah, I
three
would think,
months.
yeah, because you got to
Now,
understand what is the end of April, right? The first game is the end of August, so
I'm talking about the fall camp, but
oh
before the
well,
fall camp.
right. So that's the first part of August, right? So that's every bit of what 12 weeks, I think, at least.
Now,
8 weeks.
what if there was no cameras between that? There'd be a gap where we're not really talking about nothing. We probably going over some old stuff, that sort of thing, but we're not talking about something that's fresh. I would assume.
No,
I would assume there would be no
well,
fresh content out there until you get to the fall practice again.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But see, seeing it also give us fans who are wanting to see this team and Coach Prime succeed. It gives us even more of a positive outlook and hope and optimism that they're really going to come together to have this successful season we're all hoping for.
Bro, putting in the work, it's gonna pay off. That's one thing about football. You put the work in, it's gonna pay off. You don't put the work in, it's gonna show.
And
I
they're
don't
not
think
doing
butt
this for
football. You can't
show.
cheat football.
They're not doing this for show. You know, just putting
Well,
on,
no,
Well, they
doing it
doing it.
just
the
They
work
to.
doing
ethic.
it for us.
You gonna see
They
me,
doing
man.
it
Yeah,
for
I
Show
us.
come.
mean, they're doing it for us, but they doing it for themselves too, because
Yeah,
they spending their time that they away from their families, away from their state. At least a few of them are, and they coming to one place, a common place in Texas, and they putting in the work, and they
No.
staying like, oh,
I was solely talking about the film aspect, like the film, not the players. I was talking about like Bucky and whoever else documenting the journey. That's what I was talking about. To showing the audience what's going on. That's what I meant. But I understand what you're saying, though.
yeah. So it makes great. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me excited. I love it. With the drama, with the all of it. I love it. It's reality football to me.
reality football TV.
Yeah, it's reality football TV to me.
Oh, dang, somebody might brand that right now. Should be quiet. Putting out that's a cool little channel slogan right there. Hey, now Prime gonna keep
And
it going. Shedeur gonna
and
show us how
and,
it's done.
and it even showed that Deion Sanders was there in his own house with them boys. I think he was a little deterred that they would leave. Deion is what they call what you call those people that need to have certain stuff in a certain way. I saw him pushing in the chairs. I don't know if you saw that part of the video. And when the guys was leaving, he had to have his neat.
Somebody
What you call those guys?
neat,
Those guys
neat,
that
neat person.
no, 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 no. But like it's a word for it when you're compulsive or
OCD.
yeah,
OCD.
yeah, yeah. It has to be a certain way. If it's not that,
Particular.
it yeah, it gets. I don't know, but I
Don't
forget.
say
Oh, it may
bougie.
be OCD. And I'm using that loosely, so don't take that and run with it, please. It's not that type of. But I can see that, like a father and stuff. He like, you know, put your chairs back in. Sort of like that with their expression. Not that he said it, but like you can see that expression. Why you didn't push your chair back in? Why you just leave the chair sitting out as them guys was moving along? Which was great to me. I loved it.
Right. Yeah, manners. Keep your manners up around here. Yeah, Prime gonna be all right. Like I said, that was something heavy. Like stuff like that on the team, people like that's really as big as it looks. Like a lot of teams aren't doing that. Like 20, 30
A lot of
players
teams
for
ain't it. And if
yeah.
they are, we don't get to see it. We don't. They don't. They're not pulling back the curtain.
Like nah, that's not really. That's nah. Then they got their own little camp houses in the back. I was like, oh, they got the camp house. Look like an NFL training camp. That's a little NFL training camp in the back, yo. Then the old linemen showing up. Get a couple DBs showing up. Oh man, they about to be. It's natty time, man. That's how you get ready for a natty, man. I said, if they get this practice in right now together, they're gonna do big this year. Cause you gotta understand. Last year they didn't have this momentum. They didn't have this effort into it. It's a whole day and night thing. These little things right here, it helps. Then Shedeur out there, I'm telling you, the timing is just, crisp. I'm gonna talk about crisp. I'm liking how they running right now, yo. I'm really liking.
Yeah, Warren G. To piggyback off what you said, that lifestyle is it's another level, right? And for those kids to be able to see that and experience it, it does motivate you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I want this because I'm telling you firsthand from what I know, it's another level, and you can tell that Khalil Benson and Justin Mayer, they were really digging that particular, opportunity based on the videos we saw. I mean, you could just see the glow in their face, the demeanor, man. They were really liking it. So, you know, man, these kids are in a prime position to just even if they don't take it no further than what they've done, man, it's an awesome experience, I think, and they need to, what I'm saying, appreciate it and run with it from here and wherever it takes them. let it take them as far as it can. That's how I look at it.
Close to run the game. Don't do what a lot of us did and get away from it. Stay close to it. If you love the game like that, around people that can really.
To add to that, even if they don't go to the next level, they're building relationships. They're getting in front of people that they probably would never had the opportunity to get in from for other professional career aspirations.
Right. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be an awesome thing to me because you get an opportunity to function outside of football as well as function within inside of football.
Correct.
I got to meet a general manager of such and such, and I want to practice. Um, what did they call it? What type of medicine they call it? Sports medicine. Can I come in and do an internship at Philadelphia Eagles? And can you give me? Well, yeah. I met you before. You seem like an upstanding. Yeah, come on. Let me call Prime right quick. Prime, is he good? Yeah, he good. Give him an opportunity. Feel me?
Right. That's how life works.
100%.
People want to act like that's not how life works, and that's how it works.
And I'm speaking from a man that's 40 plus now, but just thinking about how connected they are at 22, 23, 24. Let's say they don't go pro and play, but they can still become a professional, whether that's a coach or something in ties with it. You know what I mean? So they can leverage this opportunity for more than just beyond playing in the league in hopes to get drafted 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th round. I said 8th round, but undrafted free agent. You know what I mean?
Right. Even if they go, and even after they go, get finished, they can still get back into something dealing with, the sport of the game. But you're right. It's all about that, though. That's great. Like I said, they're probably looking at that and saying, "I want this for me and my son." And that's the biggest part about it that I like. Because we learn from what we see. We gotta sometimes see it for ourselves to kind of know how to go and do it. So I'm really enjoying this too. So it's good to see. I expect a great season though this year. It's too much behind this. Now we got 3 sets of brothers in the room.
I think, yeah. So the narrative has gotten out that their hood kid is their brother, but he's the cousin of the 2 brothers.
Oh, so he's a cousin. He's not a brother.
No, he's a cousin of the 2 brothers. So his dad and the boys, the brother's dad are brothers, so they're first cousins.
Okay, so is his father? Because it's supposed to be one of them. Supposed to be what? They uncle. I don't know if it was Robin Hood or Brandon Hood.
So I don't even think his dad played in the league either. I think that's another brother that what I'm saying, that they got. That's his dad.
Okay.
Now that's all based on the interview that I saw with Big Chico.
Oh,
my bad, y'all.
Well, it looks like they'll get an opportunity. If we don't get another running back before season start, I don't know how that works. With this transfer portal, this stuff is, anyway. It gives Hood and Welch an opportunity to compete for some playing time, whether they're
And they still
waiting.
have the
Because
other
Amos,
quarterback.
if indeed Amos is gone, that
Amos
means
is gone. They oh, you said if
man has to step up.
They still have the other running back coming too. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
Hood,
yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. The Hood, Brandon Hood, he's come from high school, right? He's coming out of high school. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about the one from Ohio State.
Oh yeah, he's coming too.
Yeah. You talking about Haiti? Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if they gonna want to get him, but it still gives them an opportunity to carry behind him, if I can say it that way. That's what I meant. Instead of waiting, because you would figure Amos, and Haiti would be the two that are getting the most carries, right? I would assume that based on their experience in the collegiate level. So,
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
I'm thinking Michael gonna start because he been with the line longer. It's the same like last year. Them guys got to come in here and prove they can work with our line. Right now, Michael
Nah, I
already
think
showed he can run with him.
he can, but again, nothing beats experience, and especially if you basically the same, the experience is going to always, it's just like in basketball, the playoffs, a
Running
young
back though.
team versus a veteran team. The experienced team in the playoffs normally are able to hedge them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the same. It's
I get
always
that.
like that.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying, like when you talking about like continuity and knowing, understanding, and being able to play fast and all this and that, like now Michael got the advantage. Even though those guys got experience, I understand that. But like just the time he put in with the line, it's gonna be easier for him to complete a lot of his executions better this year.
That's a good point.
It's the same thing happened last year. Our off-season backs was Sabian and Dylan, so it was harder for other backs to come in and take. They really probably couldn't catch up. Then time into the season, it's going to be harder to catch up. So it's just things like that. But I said, I like they bring in this other Trent Hood in as running back. They say he a linebacker, but they say he a running back too. I thought that'd be crazy. If he 5'11", 225 or something at running back. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a big running back.
We have a straight a pound down running back room.
Right.
If Amos stay or go. If Amos stay, it's beautiful. But if he go, we still good. And it's funny how as soon as he left, we already got to connect with the same day. Like Prime got too much intel. He just knows what's happening. Like we're way behind. The public is way behind the 8 ball. So this is
Of course he gonna get he's gonna get the inside for anybody else.
right.
He got too many contacts.
Got mad intel. As soon as we even get a hint of a prediction, he just dropped the commit. Like, we got
Yep.
Right. So,
and I guess I was explaining that on the platform that these coaches talk. So
Right.
if you're gonna leave, don't make waves on the way out. Leave because you want to pursue your career and this, that, and the other, whatever that reason is. But don't come back shooting shots because them shots can kind of it may not be the end to all things, but it could definitely put you a step back. It can have that effect too. So be careful about what you say.
but at the end of the day, remember, even though you just met Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, people know for over 40 years, and it's going to be hard for you to convince them of what they already know about somebody. You're just making yourself look messy. That's like me going to your peoples who know everything about you. I just met you 3 months ago telling them about you like I know you. And they looking at me like, you know what I mean? So that's how it's looking right now. I guess that had to been said so they can kind of see it. That's just how it's looking. It's crazy.
Especially in this world that we live in, a brand is everything, and these businesses is building they're making money off of brands, and if you want NIL deals with these brands, especially these big brands, your character or your persona or how you perceive is everything. How the public perceives you, and if you're perceived in a negative light, how they gonna make money off of that? Even though they think you're a great athlete, how they gonna make money? That's gonna bring their stuff down. They're gonna mess with their image. And we live in a cancel culture nowadays.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. That's just,
But yeah, man, it's I think the team is just about complete now. Like they just waiting everybody. Well, when everybody come from the break, everybody should almost be there, just about. And Yeah, it's almost set at this point now.
I'm excited, bro.
I think they all
Yeah.
start showing up next week, bro.
Yeah, like after the holiday.
Wednesday, next Wednesday.
I think they come back after the holiday, right?
Yeah, next Wednesday. I heard. I think I said it on DVR. They were saying after Wednesday. Wednesday. After
Wednesday?
Yeah. Next, not yesterday, but 2 days ago. Yeah, this Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And Memorial Day this weekend.
Huh?
This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, right?
27th.
27, yeah.
Oh no.
27.
Oh no, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you got another week or so, right? What's today?
I think so. Yeah.
It's May 17th. Yeah, we got another week. We got another. Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'll probably be having withdrawals, man. If I couldn't get no content from CU, if it was dry, man, yeah, man, I done got hooked, bro. I done got hooked, man. I be, you know,
see you
maybe
fiending.
I'm do, yeah, I might be doing too much. I might have to step away from this shit because I'll be enjoying it, bro.
You can't be too attached, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. I
think
told on
Bucky
myself.
put something out. He put something out last night.
Yeah.
You know, they were playing ball and whatnot.
But the fact that you content creators out there helps me to still be excited. You feel me? Whether it's good, bad, negative, you know.
You got something to talk about, right?
He said he needed his fix. He needed daily fix.
That's all. That's all.
We got the daily fix for you. Yep, we got it.
See you feeding. See you feeding. See you feeding. That's wild. Somebody put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring something to you.
Right.
See you talking today. Where we at with the talk of the day and see you.
Right. That's what I be looking. Okay, where we at now?
Today is that guy. He's saying that, you know,
madness.
Shedeur ain't trying. Look, basically, Shedeur ain't trying to let him hold something. You know.
Basically,
you know,
he think he's supposed to get some money. He think he's supposed to get some money.
Well,
wow, this generation is crazy. Just because I'm on. Just because I'm on Max's show, don't think he need to give me anything just for me, allowing me on this platform. Yeah, right. I'm like, that's crazy as hell. The thing that I get out of it, I get my fix. That's the best thing I got out of it. I mean, I'm cool. I'm straight.
Retribution online. What's wrong, people? How is that even a talk? You don't get this chopping it up, man.
And shit, I was told you get more bees with honey than you can with vinegar, and that vinegar he throwing out there ain't finna get him nothing.
Throwing battery acid out there, extra salt on it. Tripping. Like I get it, like it's like clickbaity or whatever, you know, propaganda, you know,
right.
Red
keep it going, right?
Right.
And Mad Dog said he's not finna. They said that, and I hope this is not. I hope this is okay for me to say, Max. It's nothing even, but he said that he took it down, and a lot of news media was trying to get him to release that video. He said no, he's not. He's deleting that video permanently.
I believe it. A lot of people.
He said that.
I believe that.
I watched it. Was you in there with? I caught it live.
Yeah,
I'll be kind of free like around right now. I got matter of fact, I got like time. Bitch, I'll be kind of free.
Yeah, I believe that people were offering them money for the exclusive rights of that video. Sure, I'm sure TMZ. I'm sure of it. Especially
he said
TMZ.
that. He said that there was media that we see on a daily basis. He didn't put no names out there. He just said that they're really after him about this. And if he was just after money or a bag, you know, he said he got to learn a lesson. He said he learned from that, doing that, and you know. So, but I mean, man has always been a CU Buffs fan, and he's not gonna allow that benefit, because he could truly benefit from that interview if he really wanted to say, you know, get that, give me this, if that was his goal. But that's not his goal.
This right here. to do it on a 10 class. You got online classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he started doing that, and you started to see that in the well off video that he wanted to start experiencing going. This year he started to go to several of his classes, at least one of his classes, because he wanted to get be on campus. So, but yeah, most of the classes are online. When you working, shit, I mean, I don't have time to go to no classes. I have to go take classes online. I'm not finna go in when I can sit at my home, getting off of work and complete my assignments.
Yeah, most athletes take a lot of online courses. Well, now since online courses are like the thing now.
Well, that's available to us now. Back in the day, we didn't have that. We had 4-year scholarships. There was no online classes, so I'm pretty
Now,
sure
when
if
I
it was
first
online,
started, when I first started, it was no online classes. But when I went back to school, it was.
right,
I loved it. I loved every
right,
minute.
right. So when you first started, if they had that option, you probably be like, yeah, online class. I could roll out of bed and do my, or I could do it at a self-paced manner versus
Right.
me having to be there at a certain time when the instructor's there.
Right.
I would have doctorate in 05. Easy. But it wasn't even web like internet like that in 2099. 90s. In your class for sure, Max had to go to the Rolodex.
Man. You talking about back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, back when I first went to college, yeah. Back then you still had to go to the library and stuff.
You getting the the projectors and all that.
Yeah.
You gotta
You
go
remember
find
the projectors. Oh man, you said the projectors. Yeah, I'm talking about the analog projectors,
the analog projectors, the
not the
old
digital
school.
ones. Yeah. The ones you just they had the whiteboard, the white thing come down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Right.
old school. But
So
then when I went back, it was a refreshing experience.
Go get the
Everything was
Xerox copies.
online.
Hey Max, they don't know nothing about the Xerox copies.
Oh damn, you said Xerox copies, man.
Remember
Xerox.
those? You put them on the screen on the wall. Take a look at this class. They got them in the library. They don't
Dude,
know.
the Xerox copies, remember the bulky
microfilms.
calculators?
Right, the big old table calculator. The micro.
All right, I got one for you, Thomas. Now this might be before your time. Typewriters.
Oh
yep.
no, I remember typewriters.
We used to have a high school class.
Okay, that was during your time too?
Mm-hmm. I remember when they brought the computers in for the first time.
Okay.
I remember when they first brought in the Apple, the Macs, whatever it was. Big old,
okay.
The Microsoft, the big Microsofts. Big old giant ones. I remember when they first brought them things in. They had the big old plastic thing with a little bitty screen.
I remember that.
Okay,
green
I don't
screen.
feel too bad then. All right.
Yeah, you had Oregon Trail on there. Remember Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
Shoot the buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to play Defender on Atari. I mean, when they first started coming out, Pac-Man and all of that, the generic Pac-Man. But I mean, I remember those typewriters, man.
Okay.
You just pecking away.
I only one.
I started school. Go ahead.
No, you had the metal little round buttons, and you just pecking away.
Yep.
With the ribbon and all of that shit.
Yeah. But I started elementary the year right after they stopped paddling. I remember I was so happy. My mom was like, "You lucky you started school right now because last year they was paddling." I was like, "What are you talking about? They paddling you for school." I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they stopped that in your general. Yeah, they stopped it.
Yeah, I think it was like 83, 84, 86,
90 something.
Like 85, 86 out here. Like I was, no, my first grade year it was like 90. It was like 90, 89.
With those fraternity paddles too, the big thick ones.
I was in kindergarten. the last year of paddling, whatever year that was. No, it wasn't. It was out here like 80 because I was 82, 4, 6, 87.
I got a few of them in my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
They used to hit us with the rulers.
Shit.
We used to get hit, man.
They had those fraternity, paddles. I used to get with those.
Yeah, with the Swiss cheese board.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
when I crossed over in my fraternity, we got hit with those, man.
The Swiss cheese board. Ooh.
No, we got hit with those paddles.
Oh, the shit paddle.
Yeah, I was some kind of mad.
Oh,
I bet you
After
was.
it was all said and done. Huh?
hey, but
I bet
that's
you
the lighter one.
was.
The cheese.
They had to take me out for a drink, man, because I was like ready to fight. Like it was that bad. It wasn't that bad, but I wasn't expecting it.
The one with the holes in it, pick up speed, come way faster.
They was like, "Come on, man, you ain't that mad. Come on, man, we take you out for a drink."
Yeah, that thing tear you up, man. I was so happy that they stopped paddling in school. I was like, I wasn't bad in school. That's when I first.
Yeah, they stopped that. They had to stop that. They had got all them. Remember all them lawsuits they had.
Right. You was probably what, junior high when it happened?
Yeah, I was
Middle school?
junior high. Yes,
Shit, I was
I remember
in.
they took it out of school. I remember that. Sent a letter home and everything. They was like they getting too many lawsuits around the country.
Right. Warren probably
Yeah,
said how
they
many
took that
suits you
out,
put
bro.
in, Warren? I think Warren,
Huh?
Warren probably in 11th grade when that happened. He's almost a
No,
senior.
I'm 56, man. So no, I was in grade. I was in little what
You
is
was in
it? What is
college.
it before grade school?
You was in college when it stopped.
Elementary.
Nah, you in college when that happened.
Yeah, you was in
No,
college.
we're talking about when they took hitting out of schools.
Oh no. Yeah. I was in high school.
That was in the 90s. They took that out. It was like
Okay.
90, 91. They took that out of school.
Well, I didn't get hit in high school, but shit, grade school and school and the school before that, I would get my ass whooped. I did some shit, so I experienced it. That's for sure.
Yeah, then they told
And then tell your parents, and your parents
yeah.
will come in and take you in the bathroom and whoop your ass and
Right.
send you back to the class.
Hey, but I still grew up around with everybody in the neighborhood to whoop on your thing now.
I ain't
Yep.
gonna lie to you. I got hit once by my mother. That was it. That's all I needed. Just one time. She told me it
I
was
was
just one time. Because my
I was
mother's
hard headed.
tall. My mother's 5'11". So she was like a giant to me. And she wore heels on top of it.
Oh,
And had the nerve to wear heels.
6'4" with it.
So she was like a giant to me. So, you know.
Yeah, my mother came from Mississippi, so they believe in switches and extension
Yeah,
cords.
she
So
didn't have to do it. She just threatened me. But she didn't have to hit me.
shit, my mother whooped my ass until I climb up under the bed. Talking about that was my
Oh, you
state.
know what was the thing? Don't show out in the store.
Oh yeah, that's for
No,
sure.
never
Yeah,
that.
that you can't do. When you go in the store, especially around Christmas time, you don't show out in the store. Don't show out. All right, you're gonna be good. She tell me that in the car. I say, yes, ma'am, and all right, we go in the store and you get what you want. But just don't show out. But I had to stay quiet because she was talking about she'd get me what I wanted. So I had to stay quiet, you know. And then I got what I wanted, then that was it. She said, don't you be showing out like these kids in the store now.
Oh yeah. You got the old school moms, you know what I'm saying? We come from a different generation of moms, you know, come from them kind of mamas. I'm mama. You would have grabbed what I tell you to grab in the store.
But I would say this: the community was a lot closer. You knew the neighbors on the block,
Yeah, the
a couple
neighbors
blocks
get hit
down.
back
You
in the day.
know,
I'm so
I mean, the
scared,
block
right?
parties that you would have. I don't know why they took that out, but those block parties
Oh, the block
build
party.
community. Yeah, they build community.
You know,
block.
Speaking of block parties, I remember I think I was like, this had to be 8th grade, 8th or 9th, well, I think it was 7th, 8th grade. Tretch from Naughty by Nature used to have block parties. But actually, it was actually KG. The DJ used to have block parties we used to go to.
Right.
He used to throw some banging block party. Then Lauren Hill used to have them too. And Ivy. She used to live in the Ivy Hill section in Newark.
Mark.
She had her block parties was pretty dope too.
That's what's up. Mark Perry used to throw his right around the corner from Rostad out here in Oakland on 73rd.
Mark Perry, I used to hear about him too. Yep.
Yeah, he used to throw big old block parties.
Those used to be good back in the day with block parties.
Right.
But I tell you what though, man, them if you ever heard about it, it's the West Indian Parade on Eastern Parkway. Hell no, you better, after the sun go down, you better leave. They start shooting.
Really? At the West Indian Parade?
At when the sun go down at night, yeah, like at the after hours, they start shooting in the air.
In Virginia?
No, this was in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Yep.
What?
My grandmother and them used to take me every year. We used to go to the West Indian Day Parade. And we used to leave after a certain time because they get rowdy.
Right. Same thing out here. People end
Same
up,
thing everywhere. Mm-hmm.
Right. People not making it back. No more block parties.
You know the alcohol, you know how it go.
Right.
People get a little libation in them, act up.
Right. I used to love that. See, you walk in the block party, the whole block, 2 blocks, everybody barbecuing, everybody giving away food, all the things up, everybody just out partying, playing, dancing, popping fireworks.
Yeah, that's how it used to be.
As soon as the sun get late, around 9 o'clock, it's something else.
That's why I used to get. That's why I used to get in my trouble at. Never came home on curfew.
Oh man, the sun go down, you better be home.
9:30.
Them lights come on.
Right.
You gotta be at least front of the house. They want to make sure you're at least in front of the house. That's how it used to be. Be in front of the house where I can see you, and don't be nowhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
That took me back. That was it. Stay around the house where I can see.
Yeah, you stay right in front of the house. And if not, you gotta come in the house. Remember, now the kids stay in the house. Remember, we used to be mad. We had to go in the house.
Right. You might can go down the street, but you can't pass that light down there. Y'all can only play with the people down there. Y'all can't come out right there.
And if not, she'd be like, "Give me your bike."
Well,
give me your bike. And my mother used to always like, "Give me your bike." I said, "Come on, man, give me your bike." She confiscate my bike, and then she give it back to me. You know, parents is weak; they give it back to you, but give me the damn bike.
Put your bike in the house.
Yeah, that's what it is. Put the bike in the house.
Go on, put your bike in the house.
Put the bike in the house. You can sit outside.
You can go back outside. Yeah, that was
it. And now you salty now because you ain't got your bike. You ain't got your transportation.
Right? You're like, man, I don't want to walk to the store. It's too late. I'm gonna get back too late.
Well, my mother used to be soft with it. She'd be like, "All right, go ahead and take your bike. Go ahead. Go ahead and take your bike out because fix your face though."
Yeah, fix your face.
What does that mean? What does that mean, though? Fix your face.
I guess the words to fix it. I don't know. Something happened to it.
Yeah, she's like, "Look, fix your face."
You probably had your lip. You probably had your lip poked out and everything. You had that look of being like, you about satisfied. So, my mother would fix my face for me if it didn't get right.
But fix it for you, huh?
Oh no,
money
let me show you something, boy.
You remember they used to give you $5?
No, but we couldn't go.
Oh, the $5 all day.
$5 house.
Arcade was everything.
All day.
Yep. All
20
day.
quarters. It was
go to arcade.
That was our dream to have 20 quarters, yo.
Yeah, to get to arcade with.
Yeah, Galaxia. That was my game.
Man, I got 20 quarters.
Dude, you got 20 quarters. You rich.
You was the man, yo.
You rich, yo. You rich.
Yep.
And then you take a little bit and buy some candy with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Right. Might buy icy, might buy slushie.
Yeah, icy or something.
The pinball machines, man. We used to, shit. We stayed in the arcade.
But you had to take the garbage out on time. You know what I'm saying? To get your money.
Right, you go in the arcade and see all them little quarter rolls on the floor. You knew it was cracking in the arcade. Like, dang, it's cracking in here. All these rolls of quarter things. Little empty rolls. You got the whole rolls of quarters. Man, that was fun, man. It was fun right down the street from my house, man.
Those are the days, man.
Right.
And you stand in line for one game.
Right.
Yeah, you got to.
Don't lose either. If you lose, you're off that thing.
If you lose, you off, right?
I'm on Street Fighter. Give me raw.
Yeah, Street Fighter. If you lose, you off.
Kicking you, Ken and Ryu, man, all day. Been there beating you, then beating the game, then who getting on? I'm on here still. This 20 quarters gonna last.
You
Man,
make a day out of it.
all
So
day.
you remember the pop bottles that you can turn in for 10 cents, 5 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah. That was our
Cars,
candy money.
the Cracker Jack cars too.
Yep.
You come up with a car. I got a real one. Oh, what? Let's go to trade it in. It was the day. They use the raggedy ones for the bikes and stuff like that. Man, I could put the little motorcycle sounds. Man, y'all flashing me back.
No, we used to do it just for candy, take to school.
Penny candy.
Yep. Back
That was
then
a
it's
dollar.
penny candy. Yeah, back then it's penny. Yeah.
Got $1, got 4 bags, man. Got 4 different colors, all that. Yeah, that was back in the day. Arcade, nothing beating the arcade, man. They try to do it David and Buster's, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Nah, it's not the same.
It's not the same, man.
Let's say, Marie, exactly. You're a true CU fan. You're a Sanders family. You're not a true Sanders family. Yeah, some people weren't checking for CU until Prime got there. I admit I wasn't.
I wasn't.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
kind of
wasn't.
was back. Like me.
I remember them back in the day.
Oh yeah, my cousin played there. Yeah, my cousin played there. He played hoop there, and I was going how I could. My grades didn't.
What's that running back that went to Chicago Bears that used to play for CU? Was Sean? He passed away, I think.
Sean Salon.
Yeah. That's all I knew about CU, and of course, Cordell
Stewart.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart. I mean, I just didn't follow him like that.
It was tough in 02, 03,
they
04.
were tough back then.
Oh, my high school years, I'm looking. CU was right. It was up there. Like CU, Miami.
Westbrook. They had Westbrook on the team.
Right,
yeah, they were the team back then.
Yeah, squad when I was in high school. Yeah. We watching CU, Miami, Tennessee.
Eric Bieniemy.
Right,
Bieniemy was on the team.
Right, TCU was coming up with Thomason. Tennessee with Peyton Manning. They was doing their thing. Yeah, Colorado, Texas with Sims. I remember all that, man. I was in high school. That was like my last year. Well, I was going to college, man. I'm like, I'm like, dang, here it go. Yeah, CU was there. It was like top 10 teams in the early 2000s.
Yeah, they were.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to say that I came back because of Deion Sanders. Started at Jackson State, and I liked the content. I liked that they kept me involved. I felt like I was getting to know the players, and I was like, okay, I feel invested now,
Right. Well, he got me back. Well, this got me back watching football. Period. I stopped watching due to Vegas. I couldn't do it. I just years ago, around 2014, 15. I kind of like just said, on football.
Yeah, I fell off from it too.
Right. This brought me back to the sport of football.
Yeah, it definitely got me interested again.
Right. Just and then walking away from it was tough, and then just watching it while walking away, then just looking at it being robbed, and I said, I can't. Now it's like, okay, it might be a little light to this. Prime might bring some innocence back to the game and some purity to it. So
I like how they got all the players at the ranch, working out. I like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I remember doing that too. Like, we used to do that, doing that.
And I believe most of them were there. The ones that we consider at least the top 6 or 7. How many receivers was there? About 7? Yeah.
It was deep.
They had a nice handful there.
Right. It was deep. Normally it's probably like 5 or 6 guys maybe, but they like 10, 15, 20 deep. That's crazy. That's pretty good. Normally you probably get
the Virginia Tech quarterback there.
Right. They said he might be a flipper later on down the line. What do you think?
I'm hoping.
I could see that.
Makes
sense.
His
last season, yeah, I could see that.
Makes sense to be a bridge, be a little impression quarterback. Yeah, it'd be all right. I mean, yeah, it's good to deal with people you kind of already know. I see, like I said, no Prime, something's already worked out. Either way it goes, something's already worked out. Like if Juju come or not. But I'd rather, if he do come, I think we should still have a quarterback that got some way to like help him impression into the offense. You know, I just don't feel comfortable with like a straight high school quarterback starting. You know, big Division I, Power 5 or Power 4 football. It's just different. You know, that's why I can't say with this Raiola thing. Nebraska. I don't care how
Yeah,
he's
they seem like he might be the starter.
Yeah, I get it. You know, he could be Tom Brady in the future, but right now he's Dylan Raiola. I mean, like, I mean, yeah, it happened before with A&M and goddamn Menzel, and yeah, you might have a few quarterbacks that can come in and kind of play, but like, it just, I don't know. I just really can't. I just
I
can't
think
build with it.
it's based on the situation, what type of team you have, or the core that you have. So you might be able to start a freshman if you have a tremendous line and a defensive. You know, I
Right.
mean, I think the surrounding players help speed up that process a little bit. You know,
It can.
but
It can. It can, but it's just like sometimes you put an 87 in a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? It's driving like a Honda. So I'm just on that philosophy. I just can't really. I'm just being true to football on that. I love to see a freshman. I mean, I ain't saying it's impossible. I ain't saying it can't happen ever and like that. It's just for me, like, you know, to come in and have like a real growth through the offense and stuff like that. It's just quarterback, yo. If you really want a quarterback, and it'd be like a due to the receivers. You know, you want to treat your receivers right. You don't want, but maybe then it might be great. You might come in there and be a good dang generational and make everything go even way better than it's supposed to. So it can go either way, you know. But for me personally, I mean, it'd be great to see the Virginia Tech guy come in if he does, or if that is the play, or if that might be the play, you know. But that kind of play would be the play, you know. I wouldn't just
so the narrative that was out there or was put out there was they building around. That was based off of what dude said. They building around um
two. Yeah, I
two
heard that
versus
crazy talk.
CU.
Right.
I'm not
Goodness.
mad at that. Because let's think about it. Shedeur has way more access to things that other quarterbacks do not have. Just
It's
my
this.
case in
It's this.
point. My case in point is what he doing at his father's house with his receivers off season. It's because of who Shedeur is and his what he had, the resources that he had. He's able to accommodate all of those people at one place, and they still feel comfortable. They have their own space. They get to enjoy themselves at the same time. They can work out, and doesn't cost anybody a whole bunch of money.
But that too, you right about that. But the whole fact that narrative is being brought up, what team isn't building around their quarterback? Like, what team to build? Like, oh, we got a quarterback, we're gonna build the other way around this guy. We're gonna
NFL
build
does
it
it
for the
all the
time.
time. They
So
ain't building them. They ain't building around because of the Bears. They building around because of who they got as a quarterback.
right,
You know,
this
building
perfect,
right.
right. We can go ahead and Caleb Williams. Are they gonna build a team around Caleb Williams, or they're gonna build a team around the Bears? Like, that don't make sense. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you talking about the whole team is offense and defense. So I mean, that's the team. It's the offense and defense, special teams. Like, I don't know, man.
All right, the Bears built around Walter Payton.
Come
They
on, man.
built a team around Walter Payton
Right? Like, come
to
on,
make
man.
sure that they can utilize him to get it, and they got it. They end up getting to the Super Bowl and winning it.
So I get it. I get it. But
Yeah,
like, it's other things people could talk about, like these amazing old linemen we got coming in, or
man.
what do you expect CU's going to look like next year with a SEC roster? Like, it's so much more people could talk about. Like, people want to brag about Oregon's bringing in all these other 5-star players every minute. They don't even want to talk about how we bringing in anybody. So it's just like, it's
No,
like
they
that
talk about
nagging girlfriend, that
who's
toxic
going out.
girlfriend. It's like a toxic chick you with. Like, you know, all she see is dirty socks on the floor.
No, they'll talk about who leaves. They ain't gonna talk about who come in.
Right,
They
but
get
you know,
they get 5 minutes of fame coming in. Like Flapjack is Flapjack nickname Flapjack.
right? I said Flapjack. He got put a little video out him working out. I thought that was Seaton for a minute. I like, it looked like Seaton. That's Seaton. Oh, I ain't Seaton. That's Flapjack. Okay.
I mean,
Moved pretty good for a big guy. Like a really big guy.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the trenches, man. I'm
I
looking
know.
forward to it. I'm looking so forward to it, boy.
I know they're gonna get a daily dose in the rush for sure. So they're gonna get tuned up just right. It ain't gonna be no excuse. It ain't gonna be, oh, that's the sick. Oh, that is the da-da-da. No, all of the defense can play. The trenches, all them guys can play. Like this, they set stats from last year. They can play in the conference. You know, it's yeah. It's like I'm gonna enjoy the season, yo. I'm gonna really enjoy the season. I can tell already.
Yeah, this is Shedeur and Travis Hunter last year. So you gonna try to take advantage of what you got right now. You know, even though you want to build a program that lasts longer than this year, but right now we got an opportunity to go real far. So let's take advantage of that because the wins will take care of everything else. If you're winning, all that other stuff is gonna come.
Right. Right now they got a team that can only get better with time. Any kind of adjustments or
Fellas, what's going
corrections will
on?
make it a whole lot better.
Hey,
Good
what's
with you,
up?
Mo? That's the most good, Mo. But yeah, like anything right now is just like the time's gonna make this thing a whole lot better. Anybody else come in later in the future? Like I looked at yesterday, I seen Cordell and Mariano over there talking about catching bodies, dunking. I said that's future right there. Them two gonna kill after this season over. So it's just like, man, that's the look. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be too much fall off.
And they
I think
bonding.
Cam McHale gonna come in trying to play like Travis though, for real. I think he's going.
That's what I feel too, Thomas.
Okay, you see Cam doing that? I think Cam is like, man, Blaze. I think he could probably lung up and go to both ways, yo.
That's what I see in Cam. Yeah, he's gonna be a two-way. They're gonna use him two-way.
Yeah, he's gonna be the two-way.
Can I ask the panel a question? Can I ask y'all either one by one? Can y'all put y'all coaching hats on and just give a rundown of how would you guys run this team, the Colorado Buffaloes? From
go ahead, Max. You first, Max.
Wait, well, what was the question? How would we run the team?
Correct. Yeah, like with what we know we have, with all the new pieces coming in, you know, from running backs to receivers. Obviously, we have,
that's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like put your coaching hat on for a minute and just, it don't have to be long or exhausting, but just something that with some substance as to how you see it, not how Coach Prime sees it.
Right. Go ahead, Max. I want to hear this.
Well, it all starts with the quarterback. So they right now for this year, I know he's leaving, but for right now, we have a quarterback. So that situation is taken care of. And they have an offensive line now. So I pretty much would have a balanced attack.
Max,
I would do like 70. I would go, let me see, 60. I would go about, some people say 70-40. That's what they're going. I would go about 65-35.
Now, Max.
Okay, good.
Now, Max. Hold on, real quick. For your offensive line, who's those starters?
Well,
we don't have to go that deep. I'm just.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'm just talking the overview, like what Max has done, whether it's offense, defensively, and
so my thing is we got a receiving room that's arguably in the Big 12. We talk about right, but I'm just gonna use the Big 12. I'm not gonna even deal with the country. I'm just gonna deal with the Big 12. Arguably is one of the top receiving rooms based on their experience with other teams, and they got stuff out there on tape that's showing, as well as stats that's showing that they can run with the elite. And we're talking about players that coming over from SEC, playing in the SEC. And then we have a quarterback that's been proven. It ain't like he's not been proven. It ain't like he hasn't. He's been proven that he has durability to be sacked 56 times and still play most of those games. Has proven that he has durability. So, and then the line, we got 17 line offense. We have 17 offensive line players now. We didn't have that close to last year. And we got offensive linemen that has been producing in SEC, some of them, most of them. So if I had to use a starting, I would rotate my offensive line to keep them fresh for different packages, to keep them for different packages. Same thing I would do with the defensive line. We're not going to even talk about Travis Hunter because if now we got some corners that allow him to be free to be like a spy. I mean, this man, you can hide Travis now. You don't have to just, you can hide him and put him on your best player at all times, regardless of where he moves. Because now we have a cornerback room that can hold their own, and we're comfortable with them playing their positions where we can move Travis around. And I guarantee you, you're gonna see a whole lot of picks from Travis this year, especially if he's healthy. That's my take on it.
Me? Well, me, I kind of come from where Max was putting it. I'll go 40 running, 35 passing. I'll flip the whole thing around like how it's supposed to be. Then I'll be more of a 32 counter team, 13 counter team, maybe 15 trap kind of offense. Defensively, I'll just, of course, probably how I'm looking at this 3-5-3 or this 3-4-4-3. However, this stacked even front look deep. I would do exactly what Lewis is doing because I'll stack even odd. It's like how he's filling the odds. You know, you got a lot of odd tackles playing even spots on the line. I like that, so I'll do the same thing on defense. But I definitely change up the whole way we run our counter plays. I think but I seen them run a lot of 12 counter last week. You know what I mean? Like last week in the spring. I seen a 15 formation. I seen him run 15 counter one time. I like that. I'll do that too. Of course, I'll have Shedeur doing his thing, but the minimum of the time would be perfect. They're already there. 2 Mississippi team. Pond pretty much doing everything he's supposed to do. I agree with a lot of you doing, but what I would change is the plays. You know what I mean? It'd be more of a 40-35. They get 40-35 and work more on Shedeur's efficiency and accuracy attempts. This team would be a 10 times way more better than anybody's thinking right now. I know everybody's seeing this team as like a heavy pass team, but Shedeur doesn't need a lot of time throwing the ball to put up a lot of points. Shedeur really, when you look at the most amazing thing, when you look at his stats, the least, like the time of possession that he has, he puts up a lot of points. So if we could accumulate some run within that and control the game, it'd be like, we'll go undefeated. Just pretty much. That's what I'm saying. People think that he's going to have problems with more receivers this year and he's going to have to pass more. No, we pass about 45 times a game, and we average possession like 19.5 minutes, right? It's 60 minutes in the game or something. Yo, if we get up to at least averaging 30 minutes, would give them 12 more minutes, we could run that thing, yo. Run that ball and let Shedeur go 33 for 37 or 30 for 35 or 29 out of 34 every game, like with like 400 yards. I'll use him that way. I wouldn't use him 17 for 24 throwing for 350 or 379. I'll look more efficiency within Shedeur's game. Other than that, run the ball. That's how I do them. That's exactly how I do it.
I just want to see. I just want to see more of a balance. You know what I mean? They got a lot of receivers, but I want to. What's going to set us apart and get to the next level is having that running game. If we can have a running game, it's a wrap. It's over.
Right.
It's over.
I agree.
It's over because we got the receivers. We got anybody can bail us out on the receiver end. Everybody's focus for this year is we got the receivers. They seen that last year. You know what I mean? This year we want to see if we got the running game. Can we run the ball? If we can run the ball, Max, Thomas, Warren, it's a wrap. It's
Right.
over. Because the teams that's going to be scouting Colorado, they're going to say, yo, I don't know how to defend this. They can run on us. They can pass on us. We're going to put up major points if we have a balanced game. I'm telling you. So if every game, a back, whoever's going to start, can rush for 15 touches for almost 100 yards, that's good. Or 20 to 30 for 120, that's good. That's real good.
Right. What we need
So
out of our
so
running back room is we need to average a touchdown a game out the running back room.
We got to. Yep.
If we average a touchdown a game out the running back room and our receiver room give us our 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns a game like last year, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a
It's
wrap.
over.
I agree.
So my take is this: is knowing your personnel. So right now, on paper, we don't have any scat backs like Dylan, right? So
Right.
now the team has to be thinking, okay, how am I going to fit my offensive personnel with the type of backs I have? So to me, you got Dallin Hayden, which is a downhill runner. Micah downhill. So all of these guys are basically north and south kind of runners.
don't forget
So they're
about
gonna
Cam
change.
McHale though. Don't forget about Cam McHale though. They could put
I
him
think
in
Yeah,
certain
but
situations. I know you're freshman, but they could put him in certain situations to give him that scat back type of
they
player.
that's J-Lock.
I can see that, right? Right. Yeah, I can see that. I can see Cam possibly taking some of Dylan Edwards' role in certain packages, like on some sort of wheel routes and things like that, angle routes and stuff. But I definitely be more focused on concentrated run plays and play action. Because concentrated runs and play action, you can do your RPOs, but just be honest with you, Shedeur isn't going to get that ball up in that RPO play call. He just not going to give it up because he already said that he feels like he can dictate the game. But what does that tell you? If you call 70% of your run plays, he's not going to give it regardless. And we kind of saw that play out last year. So I guess I'm trying to
Well,
say, I would focus more on design runs and be more, I'd be more 60-40, 60 pass, 40 run. And I'd probably be about 30%, 100% run play call. That's how I would
Well, that's the whole thing. They're
offensively.
gonna design runs this year. Last year they didn't have any design run plays, supposedly from hearing
What you
later
think
on.
about that, Matt?
I think it's going to be more organized this year because they weeded out the people that really wasn't in the coaching staff, really wasn't all in. So now that that's weeded out, we're going to see more of a gel.
I mean, I think we're starting to see more of the jealousy and the envy of the Sanders family than we really wanted to. We've talked about how some of the players were not intentionally missing blocks and stuff like that, but I can now see how maybe those players was like, you know, a little jealous. So, and it's coming to pass a little bit to me.
And to piggyback off of that, he has linemen, whether they start or not. It appears to me that they have two anchors that want to be there. Well, three really: Tyler Brown, Justin Mayer, and Khalil Benson.
Khalil Benson, yeah.
Oh,
So
don't forget about
those
Seaton. Don't forget
Yeah,
about
oh,
Seaton.
Seaton, I think
Seaton,
they all want to
Seaton's
be
all
there.
in.
I think they all
Yeah.
want to be there this year.
right.
I think
So
this year is more of a end thing. Last year was a little political thing because again, like, if you coming in the summer and ain't nobody starting, and then all of a sudden somebody starting, you expect to start it, that's gonna cause conflict. Right now I think
well,
everybody bought in, even the
yeah,
players that
I get
came
that.
late.
The point is though is that they have a desire and on a mission to do one thing and one thing only. That's protect Shedeur, man. And I think that alone, because blocking and tackling is desire at the end of the day. And if you don't have the desire to block a kid or to tackle him, you're not gonna do it. And I just think that this particular team has more of a desire to be successful than the team personnel they had last year as a whole.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Couldn't agree with that one. Yeah, because these guys coming in, they like. I thought whoever had that kind of mindset would have left after the spring. And seeing everybody stayed, knowing that you can't hop in the portal till after the season. Yeah, that said it all.
And I'm happy that Tyler Johnson stayed.
Right.
I'm really happy that Tyler Johnson stayed.
I think Tyler knew he was just kind of not really all the way there, but he did have a good spring game. He had a
Yeah,
good
he
spring
did.
game.
He was hurt and he was behind and he's just chilling. He's
Right.
gonna be all right.
Right.
Yeah, because Tyler Johnson, he a good blocker. He just got to get over his injury, whatever his injury is.
Right. Look get sound. We're gonna be
Right.
really strong. We're gonna be really tough in that trench.
I'm excited for this
Who
year,
got
man.
hey.
I'm excited, man. I'm like, we
Oh
we
man.
got the 10. And then you see all the wide receivers at Shedeur's house. Like,
Right.
they building, man. They building. You know
Right.
what I mean?
They probably watching film right now, playing the game, watching
Right.
other teams film. You know what I'm saying? Full, chilling, running around in the pool, all of that, just kicking back, man, talking, chilling.
And you can't put a cost on that type of
Right.
work. You really
Chemistry, yeah.
can't. Right. You can't really. I mean, that's something going out. They don't have to do that. They can be going at home chilling. They don't
Right.
have to do that. They can do their own little training with other, but they chose to,
Right.
sacrifice that family time to
Exactly.
spend. And I don't see where where you're gonna have another quarterback that has that, at least on the collegiate level, that has the place in the spot and the resources to be able to facilitate that, unless it's sponsored by some type of business. They had their coaches home, everything smooth, and they enjoying one another, getting to know one another at the same time, putting in work together.
Right.
Man, you can't beat that. I think that's gonna translate big time for us. It's gonna pay big dividends for us in the end.
I agree. And Shedeur knows this is his last hurrah, man. He know what he got to do. That
And he
kid is
made it
focused,
clear.
man.
I just want to win. I'm not worried about the classes. Prime even said that Shedeur going to the NFL. He ain't worried about that. We trying to win.
Right.
Well, if they win, that's just the byproduct, right?
Right.
But
And he also said that we're gonna
Right.
focus on the run. That's our goal, is to focus on running the ball.
Right. Shedeur said, if I throw 100 for 150 yards, as long as we win, I don't care. That right there, ain't nobody saying that no more. He said that weeks ago, but everybody keeps saying, "Oh, they gonna throw the ball. They're gonna throw the
Right.
ball."
Right.
I'm like, yo, and now you got players coming out it's talking on. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. And Pat Shermer, like, he ain't about to just throw the ball like a crazy, bro. Like, he gonna pace the game. He gonna control the game completely. Pat ain't about to play around this year. His name on the line too. Like, he ain't playing with y'all. Like, I remember Pat Shermer. Like, why everybody hate Pat Shermer? I could have sworn Pat Shermer was the first. Like, even in Madden, he was the first playbook in Madden for like 10 years. Like, everybody played with Pat Shermer playbook. Like, what did you talk about? Go back to your old Madden and go like Madden 12, 13, 14, 8, 9, 10, 6. Like, Pat Shermer is one of the first playbooks on there. But a lot of run plays, a lot of 15 counter plays. Like, but I don't know, man. They tripping. They about to go crazy. Like I said, it's just gonna be a whole different thing because they got a whole off season together last year, not having that, and then doing all of this, and then having people like Trav just showed up yesterday. It's who else knows gonna show up within this next week. It's crazy, bro. Like,
Facts.
they got a week. They popping up, yo. What's that going? It's gonna be 22, 30, 40 people gonna be out there. Oh, we talk about chemistry still. They're gonna be still crying about chemistry, but that's a job. I was told Max a long time ago. I said, Max, we had this conversation, but not to the extent of it because they don't. If you listen truthfully, they don't care about Kim. They don't, because if they did, they wouldn't draft. It wouldn't be a push to draft players their junior year. Like, if the main thing is to be drafted by your junior year, there is no continuity on any team because, okay, let's say you didn't play as a freshman, but you played as a sophomore on the field. Okay, you're on the same team, but everybody's talking about playing together, right? So you might play on the same field with guys that got 1 year left or maybe 2 years left to play in college today, D1, 2 years on the field with somebody through the rotational playing of people on the field. So you just go on the field your sophomore year, you playing with juniors and seniors or whatever, you playing with sophomores that's pretty good. These guys are out of here in the next 2 years. Period. They're out of there. Period. And now today, everybody want to make it seem like that's not what's been going on. Like, oh, players need to play together for 5 years. Because if you don't play with somebody for like 4 years or like a senior, right, or a fifth year senior, there is no real continuity because all you did was play with a bunch of guys who came in and left, right? So before 2008, the idea was not to really get people out, other than seniors. Before that, it was you wasn't getting out. In the 90s, you better been a senior, a fifth year senior, or somebody who was really good because you wasn't even playing as a freshman and you would be lucky to play as a sophomore. And if you wasn't killing as a junior, you ain't gonna play as a senior. So that's how the continuity went within football. That's not happening now. It hasn't been happening. And that's what I've been saying because players who go through that real continuity in football, that 5 years playing football, go to the league and have a longer career. They last longer than the ones who go in at 3 years because they haven't really had that full maturity and they haven't really had a full continuity of understanding. And they might not be ready to go to the pros just yet. So they go to the pros, they get beat up in 2-3 years, and they get rotated right out of there. That's been the meat market right now for the pros.
So
That's my whole disposition towards it. Go ahead.
So let me piggyback off of that. Anybody remember the payphone, the phone booth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we transitioned from a phone booth to a cell phone. It's just like your kids. Your kids is going to be bigger and smarter than you. I mean, so let me just say this. As a football fan, 4 years is what I was used to and I grew up on. But now these kids are now have to know that, there is no more 4 years. It's not. It's 1 year and done. I mean, pretty much.
You got to win to get 1 year though.
Yeah. I mean, you got to develop a lot faster. You got to come together a lot faster. So they use their technology, their resources to do so. Case in point, you got Shedeur and his receivers off season together. That's how you build that camaraderie. You got the quarterback and the lineman spending time together. That's how you build that trust. Shedeur, you see him multiple times with his linemen, not just with one or two. You may see one or two, but he's there with a lot of.
Oh yeah.
And then you hear testimony after testimony from Tyler Brown, who's been there, saying how they're coming together and it's a lot better than last year. He says like night and day. So those things are the things that we have to go on and rely on to trust that chemistry is coming together. Whereas in times past, we would say, yeah, you need about 3 years or 2 years to be together, aligned. But those days are over with. So I have to just change my focus or change my mindset and say, you know what, this is what it is. I have to trust this system now.
But see, it's like that. But if you really took a look, see, you got a lot of the guys that have been around each other for 3 years, 2 years, and and that's why I'm like, if it's like a back and forth kind of thing when you look at CU, and like continuity in football is trash, but yet CU has a little continuity. But how it looks like there's none at all. But when you look at college football, there is no continuity within college football because everybody leaves as juniors. To be with somebody for 3 years is pretty much like your max. Like, that's crazy. Shedeur been in college for 4 years. So he been around people for 3 to 4 years. How long he been around Jeremiah Brown? How long he been around Tyler Browns, Travis Hunter, or Marion? He's got been around Marion for a straight solid year. Caleb Williams, Simon Craig. He's been around Simon Craig since high school. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hey, you gonna be around later? Because I'm about to.
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, I gotta get off too.
Probably
Oh,
Me too.
Max, you ain't getting off yet, huh, Max?
It's
No, I'm
early,
gonna
man.
get off and I'm gonna come back.
I'll
Come
be on
on,
later
Max.
though.
He just getting warmed up.
I know. I gotta make a run.
That's
Nah,
that.
go handle your
That's that
business,
thing.
Max.
That's that
We gonna
thing,
be out
Max.
here.
That's that
Hey,
thing, Max.
I'll
thanks,
be back like around.
thanks,
Let me
Max, for
see.
letting me on, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
you
sir.
Hey, Max. You know I
showing
always
up to
gotta
your shit.
appreciate you. You the only content creator that does this and continuously, man. So you know what I mean. I salute you, man, for real.
Probably like around like I would say like 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay,
So
that's
that'll probably
perfect.
be
That's
like,
perfect. That's
All
perfect.
right. Thanks
yeah.
a lot,
Couple
bro.
hours. Yeah,
All
for
right,
sure. I'll be on a
fellas.
couple hours for sure.
All right, y'all. All right, I'll be
All
back,
right.
All right.
guys. I
All
will
right.
catch you later.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
Yep.